Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, what's wrong, this brew? You look flabbergasted.
No,
It's the Doctor Who news.
I was focusing on pulling up tabs about Doctor Who. Yes,
I'm not surprised. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna
Could I-
make it.
I just want to. I'm gonna show my favorite moment of the episode. Share the window.
Was it something to do with him
No,
trying
it's
to act
this.
straight?
Oh no,
he's not.
this episode is full of gold. It is 24 karat gold from the start to the ending. But there is this moment where Cutie Gatwa is touching grass. And it is just purely a reference to when he went out and told wait, which one's is that the one? What, why is it reset?
Oh yeah, you have to like I hate when they have that pop up now.
There we go. Where he told the audience, if you don't like it, don't watch, turn off the TV, go and touch grass, please, for God's sake. And because he got so much backlash at the start of season 1 for telling the audience to piss off and touch grass, they put it in the show.
He's so salty that he needs to put it in the show. But also, like, if you didn't say touching grass, I would have thought Shooty was getting up the hoo-ha.
Wait, isn't that...
There's many things like that happen in this episode. They completely forgot about his boyfriend. Like, in the end, he dies to try and bring back his fake baby to life. Explain that one to me. But
oh my
there was
god, is he Scarlet Witch?
Well, the weird thing was, there's 2 Time Lords, and they go, we can't have babies, we're infertile. I'm like, that is not the reason Cutie can't have a baby. That is not the problem. And he's there, standing there in a dress, and she calls him a genetic dead end. I'm like, well, it's probably not that.
It's not the genetics, it's the life choices.
Mm-hmm.
So
it
yeah,
doesn't result in babies.
Is that going to be Disbrew's next thumbnail?
I think that should be your next thumbnail.
I will need like AI to expand the grass on the side. But the wonders of modern technology, we can do it. We have the technology.
That
might be my thumbnail for loads of things now.
You can cut. Well, if you can get one with his head fully there, like cut him out and then just place him on grass.
Yeah, you can do that on Canva. If you want me to do it, I'll say if you want me to do it, send me. I can send you the picture of it. I got you.
Yeah, it just Photoshop. You generate fill and it goes off the rest. It's just that.
I don't even know how to
put
use
something
Photoshop.
weird in there, like a woman.
No, I don't either.
You guys.
I know how to use Canva.
But I have spent the last hour watching one of the most glorious hours of television of all time. This episode has. I thought the last episode was funny. This has more messaging in it crammed into an hour than anything else I've ever seen. Like, we go through every single woke thing you can think of.
And it's just all there?
Yeah. There's a racial purity thing angle going on and everything. They hit every single thing. Because, well, he has a baby with Belinda.
Germany racial purity?
Yeah. Because he has a baby with Belinda, apparently. Somehow. And the Rani, who is the villain, goes... Because they're like, why can't you bring back the Time Lords from this baby? She's like, ew. It's not even a Time Lord. It's impure and tainted. And everyone in the room goes, oh. It's like, no, you don't understand. This isn't like someone from Korea. This is a different species. This is no different than a human getting with a dog. They are a completely different alien biological thing.
Doesn't he have like 3 hearts? So how many hearts does this baby have? Is it 2?
Well, there's a whole story, and by the end, it's fully human. But at the time, they never got into that. There was a time when it was half and half. The thing is, the baby clearly isn't the mother's. It doesn't look like the mother at all. It's not Indian. So I don't know how she thinks it's hers.
Don't forget to you pay your late fees, Mike. I don't know.
You're gonna be in trouble, Mike.
So much trouble, Mike.
Bring your book back.
What kind of libraries did you two go to?
You get late.
It's usually a late fee.
Yeah, I always return my books on time, but I don't know.
You know, the cheapest way to buy a movie was to actually not steal from the library, but not return a book. And they charged you for it, and it was always cheaper than buying it from
Do I want to spend $20 on this book or just $5 late fee?
Yeah, although I think the late fee added up over time, but then you only ever paid it if you returned the book. As long as you never gave it back in, they couldn't do anything.
No, they come after you, I'm sure.
Arrested.
The library police.
Another book.
Yeah, they bring around the heavies.
Like, it's only 10, it was at the time 10 cents a day. It was like so cheap.
Yeah, it was something like that. I mean, I always turned my books in on time because my mom would not be happy if I didn't. She'd be like, I'm not giving you 20 cents. You're in trouble. You're going to go to jail.
Go to jail.
Go to jail.
Sticks you under the stairs. That was what was wrong with Harry Potter.
He started off wrong. That boy.
Oh my gosh. Well, how was your guys' week? I know Disbrews had a very stressful day.
Yes.
The Doctor Who news.
I don't think it's stressful, but he's just like celebrating this downfall.
No, this episode is worse than I could ever imagine. Every time it got worse, it got better. It's an unintentional parody. It's gold. They didn't know what they did in the last episode. They really don't know what they did with this one.
Well, Disbrewed, you didn't yell at Mike yet, so I think that's why he needs you to yell at him.
This is a library, Mike. Stop talking.
Epic Mike, return your book now.
There was a tear in a book, $20. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm overcharging.
And a cheeky pie.
And a cheeky pie. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Also, Jodie returns in the finale, which I didn't expect.
They just bring back all the women.
I had heard the rumor that she was coming back. I didn't think they'd actually do it. But yeah, she waddles on for a bit and waffles at him. The weird thing is, she's more masculine than Cutie because at least she's wearing trousers. And it's like he's there in this skirt. Oh, and he comes out and someone even goes, "What are you wearing?" And he goes, "The future, darling, in a dress."
I mean, to be fair, a lot of these men in Hollywood like to wear dresses now.
I know.
I would believe being naked is more the future than wearing a dress. But
why would that be the future? We do it for temperature regulation.
But like a dress on dudes, just
yeah. No man's wearing a dress. This is a fringe group of radical extremists that think they can control the world.
Don't call Scottish people fringe.
We have been to too many cons. Me and X-Ray Girl are scarred by men in maid costumes and stuff.
Scarred and scared.
Yeah, scarred and scared. We've seen enough. I've had enough furries and enough.
But they have the same problem as Cutie. Their genetic lineage will die out as well. That is a dead end and a half.
Yeah, they can't get pregnant.
I have Mike's punishment if he doesn't return his books. He's gonna have to look at only male French maids.
Oh, Mike, you better get those.
You'll only be allowed to tune into Hassan's streams.
Yep, you have until 8. It's 7:12 right now, Mike. If you don't get those books back by 8, you can't look at women in maid outfits anymore. We're gonna delete them off the internet for you.
All of them.
All of them.
Oh, Ian's here. Hi,
Ian.
Hi, Ian. My sober/drunk coach. What should I drink tonight?
He's Scottish. Like anything with alcohol in it will be the response. Got any paint stripper? That'll do.
All right, I'll take the isopropyl alcohol. You're right.
Yes, the good stuff.
The good stuff.
That's the refined top drawer stuff in Scotland.
70%. Okay, alcohol at the beer store and the liquor store is all 40% and lower.
99.5%. That's a good year.
Oh my gosh.
Tastes like it smells like paint stripper.
Oh yeah, the more it makes me want to puke, the more I want to drink. No, I can't even say that.
I can't even finish that sentence.
Because Because like I have been in the situation where I'm hungover and both works that I've been in, so X-ray and working at the spa, when you're taking nail polish off and you smell the acetone, which is kind of similar to alcohol, and you have to use alcohol implements anyway, so you do use that. It makes you like heave a little. You're like, oh,
I can only imagine
night.
how strong that is for you, because I have like this right here. I can't get like the really strong stuff, but it's so strong. Like I don't like it, but you have to have like a light.
Pure acetone if you want.
Acetone nail polish remover.
I thought you were holding alcohol. I was like, that's a weird bottle.
Silly me would have this.
Especially when you said I can't get the really strong stuff. I definitely thought it was alcohol.
No, I mean like X-ray, since she worked in spa, you have to have like, at least over here, you have to have a license like cosmetology to be able to get like really strong nail polish remover and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how strong it is. I mean, I've been to the
heard
salon,
of regulations against nail stripper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have thought the best like stuff to get nail polish out and stuff would just be isopropyl anyway.
No, isopropyl alcohol cannot remove nail polish. It has to be acetone.
Yeah.
Oh.
The more you know. We just taught
it normally strips everything.
And he'll probably forget it tomorrow, but it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I drink alcohol and I strip. I'm kidding.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Stream right there.
I can't confirm or deny that, chat, so don't ask me.
I've done it sober. I've done it drunk.
Like, I've never fed her enough buffalo wings to find out.
Yeah, she gets real spicy when she eats the wings.
Guys, just so you know, the goal of this stream, 500 likes, and I will do a shot.
Of Ian's choice. Her drunk coach.
It'll be acetone. I'd be like, wait.
No.
Oh yeah, you saw some. I want to try that. I want that bottle. I would keep that and put it somewhere. I love how that looks.
You want the bottle? I'll just bring it to you.
Okay. I mean, I don't
that was
mind
easy.
I'm like, okay, if you don't want it.
The one thing I want in the world is that. Well, that's okay.
That's all I've ever wanted was a bottle with an eagle on it. All right, let's see where we're at. 165. Okay, guys, I see you. We're getting there.
Yeah, chat. Guys, there's like, 400 of you guys here. That would be a lot of likes. Almost close to drinks.
Then she takes a shot.
And then maybe strips at some point in the night. Probably
She's
after
kidding,
the stream.
chat. She said after the stream, when I go to sleep.
She said probably. She left us off an hour.
A shot of Everclear. Isn't that like the stuff that they make in like the backwoods? Like
I've never
really strong stuff.
Everclear was like,
yeah.
Isn't that like your pre-check, TSA pre-check?
Everclear? Is that what they say? What? I don't know.
Maybe. Anyways, well, all right.
Anyways,
chat's getting out of hand, y'all.
Yeah. So on that note, let's get super chats.
Let's break. Oh.
Schick for $1.99 and always right like a couple hours before we start. He has to make sure he gets the Megatron.
Can I get like how did that start? I think you told us last week and I forgot. I want to.
So I was playing Fortnite with Jay and I got like really tired and I kind of forgot that I was streaming and that he was too and he was playing as Megatron and we were like quiet for a minute, like kind of into the game and I was just like Megatron. He's like, "Is that how you say it? Is that your impression?" And chat just went wild and I was like, "It's just stuck on ever since."
Okay.
I was just being retarded. That's what happened.
Amazeballs. Very cool.
Oh, this there you go.
This picture is so like I know Billy had a lot of.
I had the perfect segue into it though about a minute ago. I was going to be like, speaking of slags, because Billie Piper did do a TV show called Diary of a Call Girl, which was just her with a series of rotating men.
So like She-Hulk.
Well, yeah, except that was the point of the show rather than just a funny aside. She went out and started teaching people how to do it, and it was all the stories of the things the men got up to. But the interesting thing is, the Doctor regenerated into her, but they have not said that she's the next Doctor. Which is weird.
How long was she in the episode?
About this time, like a few seconds. You just see his face turn into hers, and the show ends.
Okay.
Now he does regenerate into her, but he says she changed the TV show before. Now she's back, but quite how and why and who is a story. How, why, and who is a story yet to be told. The things are just beginning. And the thing is, the Doctor turned into her. So by definition, she is the Doctor, but I think they're essentially leaving themselves up to, if Russell T Davies doesn't come back and do the next series, then the next guy may want her not to be the Doctor, and they just kind of magic her out of it a bit. But
that would suck for her as a person who was like, okay, you're going to be maybe becoming the next Doctor.
Oh yeah, well it says it's no secret how much I love the show, and she's always said she'd return if they ever wanted her to. You know, given the opportunity to step back in TARDIS one more time was something I couldn't refuse. But we'll just have to wait and see. So she knows that it's an if, maybe kind of thing. She was there to do a 20th anniversary show. Well,
Episode?
A 20th anniversary show. And I think they just stuck her in front of a green screen at the same time. And kind of be like, well, will you do this for us? So I think she knows it's an if,
like
maybe.
This. Because, where I am in the Doctor Who story, it kind of puts her and Tennant in this, like, star-crossed lovers, we had to do this type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And if they bring her back, they're going to ruin her character. If
it won't be
is
her
character.
Because it will be the Doctor wearing her face.
You never know what you're going to get at this rate, though.
Well, it was like, even when Tennant returned, he wasn't the same Doctor as the previous Tennant. He was an entirely different person, just happened to have the same face. So that's always been one of the rules.
Like stealing the skins of people. Then why did they have to regenerate as her then?
They'll probably have to come up with a reason for that. The cynic in me is just, we want it to be in the press. We know people like her. Therefore,
But
it
not
might be
as
a bit
the
of a protective shield.
Doctor, though.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
This would have had more of an effect if Tennant hadn't come back and destroyed the Doctor previously.
Probably, because
Now everyone's like,
people are precautious of like, okay, someone we know, but is it something we're gonna like? Is it the same girl we're gonna like? There's a reason why we liked her. To be honest, I don't know if I would have liked her if it wasn't for her relationship to the Doctor.
Yes. I have heard a lot of people that were like, well, the old Doctor from the classic series, he was never into anybody. He didn't have romances. So they don't even like him getting with Rose because it changed who the Doctor was. Especially when you see where that leads. They're like, well, you know, if he can get with one, they can just do the same thing the other way. But I like Rose. I like the story that they had.
Yeah, and it was tied up in a nice bow, and to bring her back. And this is something that I maybe subconsciously did, is I like the way it ended. I don't want to watch something new to ruin that character, and it makes me so sad.
The interesting thing is, Eccleston did. Is there a video here?
But it won't be the same characters then at that rate. It's not the same Doctor, and it's not the same same character Billie Piper played. If that's the case, hi Perry, by the way.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about Doctor Who, so I just sit and look at them.
Hang on, I'm just going to share the window so I can switch between the tabs.
Also, she's got a lot of work done on her face. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
So she's from the Tennant universe, like time period. Okay.
Yeah, but I would not have recognized her. She was the very first companion with New Who, so there's a lot of love for her as the companion.
But she was there at a panel where Christopher Eccleston was talking, and he says this. I hope it's the same timestamp because I just got it off a website.
I can't hear. Can you hear?
I can't hear it.
Can you not hear it?
No.
I can hear it. Is there anything I'm supposed to click to?
Did you share audio when you shared your screen?
Oh, do I have to show this tab?
Maybe.
Because I was sharing the window. I'll share the actual tab.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. I've reshared it.
Oh, sorry. I was just staring.
Everyone!
Can you hear that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And that was my mother. What would have to happen for that to become a reality?
Sack Russell
He means come back to Doctor Who.
T. Davis, sack Jane Tranter, sack Phil Collinson, sack Julie Gardner, and I'll come back. So can you arrange that?
Did you find it hard to be?
And she says absolutely nothing. And he's like, sack Russell T. Davies. As far as I'm aware, at least some of these people, and obviously Russell T. Davies, is still at Doctor Who, and she decided to go back. And she was
she's
with him
like,
at the same
"Ooh,
time.
I don't agree with you."
Well,
Clearly.
she will know the entire story. There's apparently a lot behind the scenes in that. I can't remember what the rumor exactly was. I think, but I know at one point the BBC had to apologize for blaming him leaving on him, as like he wanted to go and all this. It's like, no, he was kind of forced out. And they were going to come to it, like, say it was a joint thing, and in the end they just blame him for everything. Kind of destroyed his career. So I can understand why he doesn't like him.
Yep. Also, hi Cody. Sorry for what's going on with your, the con drama, but you're going to another one, so I guess maybe all's good. But I saw a little bit of that that's going on. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
No idea.
Oh, he was on a panel for a con and they canceled him from the con because of sensitive people.
I saw bits.
I know.
Like the
Yeah.
cosplayers. It's always the cosplayers at these events. Every time I see drama at a con, it's cosplayers. Like,
Yeah.
If anyone tries to cancel anyone at this point, and it goes for sponsors and everything, they should just always reply, we're a business, we don't hold political positions.
This is
Us
smart.
sponsoring somebody doesn't mean we endorse it. Same as going on a stream with someone. You don't look who they are and everything they've said. You're just working with them. That absolutely doesn't say one way or the other anything about whether you agree with them or not. That's the way it should be. And they just need to reply that if you want to segregate yourself from civil society, you can do that. Bye. And they just get rid of them. Anyone who complains, get rid of them.
Eek.
Yeah, that's the
I
cosplayers
don't really
are
care about how people feel. It's like, if you weren't making people unsafe, like if you're not wandering around with a knife, I don't really care. It's like, I don't care if some people
it's a
are
con. People
intimidated.
have like swords and all that.
Yeah, it's the
Like, I'm
cosplay.
fed up with caring about people's feelings.
Some
That's
cosplayers
your
are
fault.
weird. That's why I haven't gotten too deep into the community, right? Like I just enjoy doing my cosplays. I do it for the people that watch me, and I don't really get involved with other cosplayers because some of them are really weird. I remember when I would work at the Nickel City Con, they just like expected stuff. Like there was one time where like all of us that were working there and the volunteers were given pizza. They ordered pizza and food for everybody, and the cosplayers went in there and ate it all. And they're like, "Why did you think that was for you? You're just here cosplaying." Like it was just they're an odd bunch. That's all I'm gonna say.
I find it weird to have cosplayers as a guest anyway.
Yeah,
I thought
and
people turned up at a con and cosplayed, but I didn't know they were invited. I know that some of them are more famous.
Some
than others.
are, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the type of influence. Like, I will say I like how Snarky J does like her commentary, and she does the cosplay as well. So she's kind of getting,
You're Scottish.
actual
I'm scared
voice.
you'll rebel. Although I hope you'll leave.
So, Disbrew unsettles me. Is it because you're only wearing a kilt and no underwear and Disbrew's around? I have no idea.
Well,
Ian.
he's like, we're going to go to war and we're going to get independence. And I'm just like, I don't want you to go to war. But please, can you have independence, please?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
We don't have to fight. You can go voluntarily. It's okay.
But if they even get a next season of Doctor Who, it's gonna completely bomb. Billie Piper cannot hold the show on her own. What are they gonna do for a companion? Is she gonna be a lesbian? Is she gonna have a male? Are they gonna bring any characters back as well?
They bring back Jodie to confirm the relationship between her and Yaz, and that Yaz always knew. That she says to the doctor, the doctor says, I love you. And she goes, oh, are we doing that now? I really should go and say that to Yaz. And he went, well, you never do, but she always knew. So they solidify, essentially, the fan theories. Bring her back deliberately for it.
Ew.
Ew.
Mhm.
Ew. I never
Like
watched Jodie,
this
but I
episode is
didn't like her.
rapid fire cringe.
Mhm.
It's gonna create a lot of YouTube careers, as Gary says.
Yeah. Just like
Well, this one, it's
Star
the
Wars.
end, but
Just digging its own grave up again and again and again. Oh,
There you go.
I think you have
Yeah.
higher taxes than us. It's like, you need to marry someone from like, I don't know, what's a tax haven country?
Switzerland.
Dubai? I think Dubai has low taxes.
I don't know.
What's that?
The Isle of
Caribbean
Man.
island.
Marry Henry Cavill. He's got low taxes.
Oh my gosh! So I rewatched all of Mission Impossible and the Fallout with Henry Cavill. Like every time he's on screen, I'm like hard eyes emoji, hard eyes emoji. He did it so good. He does a good guy and bad guy really well. So I appreciate his acting skills, not just for his looks.
I haven't
Aw.
watched that one. I'll watch that one next.
You should. Oh, he's so good in it.
Mate,
Billie
thank
Piper.
you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Yes, queen.
I gotta throw one of those in there once in a while. Saucy soap infused with bathwater asking for a friend. Oh, we will
Oh
get
my
to
God,
that.
can we
We've
talk
got to
about
pull
a
that
bit.
story up.
Oh yeah, I've got that story ready.
Oh my
I
God.
just like she was like, look, that's quite innovative. I don't want to just copy Belle Delphine. I need my own product. I'm like, well.
I don't think that, like, I'm sorry to anyone who may have ordered the soap, but I don't believe that they really did that. I think they're just saying that they did that.
Oh no, I
That's-
believe they did that.
You
It's
believe that
just
they
water.
with her? I know, but do you think she really got in like a tub and like there you go? I mean,
Yeah.
because they could just say that they did it and did do it.
Well, no, I think legally you'd have to do it, but there's
Oh.
they can just have a huge vat of water and she just gets in it. They don't. I don't even know if they say how
just puts her-
much water is in each bowl.
She just
in
dips
each
her
piece of
finger in
soap.
it. There you go. My bath water.
No, I'm not.
They don't need that
She's not
much.
exactly averse to getting a kit off in public. She would just get in a tub and be like, "Look, there we go." I
Yeah,
always like though. People always call baths essentially like soup, like it's your soup, and so you are in this way cleaning yourself with filth, which is a bit weird to buy
it
a soap
didn't
for.
start that way. You're just soaking in filth, your own filth.
Well, exactly. No, well, yeah, but now you're bathing yourself with somebody else's filth. You're essentially washing yourself in her soup.
Maybe,
Nice. In her
maybe she took a shower. You know how you're supposed to shower before you go in the pool? Maybe she did that.
Yeah, although, what is it? It's the Japanese. They shower before they get in the bath, which has always been weird to me. But it does make
personally
sense
do
if you
that
actually
too.
want to
I
clean
do
yourself.
that too.
I wash my hair and do like a wash because then you're like you said, you're just soaking your filth.
I like to
Yes.
soak in.
Well, most
hot
people just
soap.
soak in their own filth, whereas the Japanese, they're like, that's awful. Ugh. Uncivilized Westerners.
Ew.
Ew. Sorry. All right, let's go to we'll start with I guess we'll
Well,
start
we're
with
talking
the
about Sydney. Let's just
should we-
do that.
Should we do the
Yes.
Sydney? Oh
The
yeah, I was
soap,
just gonna say,
yes,
since we
filth.
got into that, well
I think it's
Well, let me
funny
get the
that
tab.
this
What
is
other products are they going to make from her juices?
she can make a vagina candle
oh
Or beer? She can partner with
or
Yoni.
beer, yeast from her yeast, from her you.
I thought you were going to say VCR then. I don't know why. You went V and my brain just went VCR.
But the yeast from your vagine is not the same as beer yeast.
me too, Lance.
Well, it
I
works
hate
though.
it.
There is a beer company that does it.
No, but they
Twitch
still have
people
to
do it.
use the yeast. It's like adding one hair in a vat of other stuff.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it is just because I think yeast is yeast. It's there to sort of ferment the sugar.
Yeah,
So I think
and-
any yeast will ferment sugar.
those beers, because when I had found out about the amaranth beer,
Yeah.
I checked. They're like $15 a beer or something.
Yeah. Well, there's not much
ridiculous.
yeast to go around. That is a premium product. You can only consume so much.
I said I would try it if chat really
Oh!
wanted to. I don't care,
No,
whatever.
that's too much for even me. Like,
I mean, think about it. We literally are drinking estrogen from people's pee because there's more
Mhm.
estrogen in the water. So,
the forever chemicals. Yeah.
we're recycling anything and everything all the time. So,
And as my dad always used to say, the water that you drink has been peed out by a dinosaur.
yep. So I don't think
I
it's
pay
that
extra for
gross.
that,
Come on.
It's like I don't just drink water; I drink dinosaur piss.
Well, here it
I
is.
love
You
how
want to know
Wicked's
what's
just
really
shaking
funny?
her hair as if I don't even know why I'm here with these
Getting there.
degenerates anymore.
No, it's just the conversation took a turn. I'm like, I
I've lost
nothing
control
to
of the
add.
stream.
I have nothing to add. Yeah.
You know what, Wicked? You should just start
Unacceptable.
drinking because then you'd get on maybe my level.
Yes. A drunk Wicked is about the same as a sober X-ray.
I'm getting a little drunk. A little.
So when I pulled this up on Thursday on my stream, and I didn't read this part. I was like, oh, she just has like her own brand of their soap now. Little did I know that it was fully, because I'm like, oh, okay,
good. Like people really like it.
They should have called themselves Dr. Snatch, though. Like, surely.
Oh, like under branding for girls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
Because if this sells, they will definitely do partnerships
Like
with other
a
people.
meme girl brand,
Yeah.
and they should make soaps for girls. Who has the Snatch soap? Oh.
I just
my
want to
God.
be
She's
witness
like,
to when they
Squatch,
first
reach out.
contacted
I've got ideas.
Guys,
but
I'm
can
gonna
you-
sell a Snatch soap.
Can you imagine being the person that first sent her that email, I'm assuming, or even if you met her in person, like, look, I've got a business proposition. Do you want to sell your bathwater in my soap? And you're like,
You know,
what?
I think this has to be a drunken night with people who work, obviously, at Dr. Sasquatch, because that's kind of a weird
Wait,
email.
can you scroll up a second?
Sure.
I'm
where?
sure.
you
Yeah,
like-
one of Nate. Hang on. God knows what else they'll do with it. Dr. Squatch calls Sweeney's bathwater one of nature's first aphrodisiacs.
Finest.
Oh, finest aphrodisiacs.
How
Her
is that an
bathwater.
aphrodisiac? So you're supposed to use the soap and get all juiced up
Don't
for
check
another
us
girl?
with the men are gross thing. First of all, yes, I'm a man and I'm gross. But it's like, that's not men's fault, that's just me.
They're just born that way.
And asking for worse things. I need to know what these worst things are.
There's a fan letter. The tweet has a fan letter. I promise to stop drinking the body wash. What? She has body wash?
No. The body wash, the bar soap. He's probably putting it in water and drinking it.
If you sell me the extra Sydney bathwater,
Oh,
please.
so he just wants the pure product. He's like after his next hit. What he's done, he's built up like what's it called? A tolerance to the soap, and now he needs the pure stuff.
He's still dirty. He needs
Yeah. He needs to lap directly from her bath. It's the only thing that's going to satisfy him.
Oh.
He's going to be like a cat.
That is a very strange DM to receive, and wow.
It's probably a 16-year-old. They're all jacked up on hormones.
Does she go
estrogen.
into? Does she go into Dr. Squatch's?
This didn't used to happen with men until we started feeding them estrogen.
Does she go into Dr. Squatch and they have like a bath all set up for her? Here you go, Sydney. We'll harvest this water later.
I bet they have some kind of like sterilized vat of water that she got in. Because that's the way you do. Because there's 500 bars, they will know how much water they need for 500 bars, and they would have just got it all done in one go.
She probably just got in the exact vat that needs to be used to make the bars. Swim around, Sydney.
It's like every member of staff was at work that day. They didn't have a single sick person. Well, they had a lot of sick people, but no one was ill.
Ooh. They couldn't stand up.
They were like, look, we've had an extra 10% of water for the staff, okay? There's bound to be theft.
Oh my god.
All right.
I wonder if that water that they used for the promo was used for the bath.
I know, maybe that was it. Like they're like,
That
I'm
is
coming
her.
one time, that's it.
Oh god.
Anyways.
Would any of you buy this out of curiosity?
Yeah.
It's pretty anonymous, so I won't tell.
We won't tell, and neither will the 650 people watching.
I think my favorite was
this room might though.
Somebody bought Belle Delphines and then genetically tested it for human DNA and didn't find any.
That's what I was saying. She probably went to like tap water. Not even her. She had people just like filling water for her.
I'm not even sure it's that. I think it's like you only have so many cells, and then as you distribute that across an entire bath, this probably is quite a high thing that that much water won't have any human cells in it.
Shane's like, not Sydney. But disbrew.
It also depends on the
am
process of
filthy.
making. It depends on the process of making the soap. So if it's heated up, the DNA cells would get denatured, right? And then it wouldn't exist.
I
Do
doubt
you
they'd
war? Do you
Of course,
heat up
Mr.
soap
T.
to make it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
never made
imagine
soap.
so. That's the problem with it, though. I imagine they'd have to go through some kind of health and safety thing to make it even legally sellable. So I think they would have to go through some kind of what's it called? Not antibacterial. Sterilization process.
Yeah. I know there's fat in it. That's it.
Fat and what soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they used to just use all fat, didn't they?
Yeah. I have no idea. Now I'm just so confused. Where's Brother Redlock? He makes the soaps that I use. So
Oh,
He bathes Sydney Sweeney all the time.
hey. Well, we
you
started
imagine?
talking, guys. I'm gonna make soap infused with my skin.
Like, this has got to be the problem, though.
X-ray
Once you've
skin
sold
soap.
your bath water once, every time you have a bath and you pull the plug out, you're like, well, there's 500, there's like $5,000 down the toilet or down the plug
down the
hole.
drain.
Yeah. Like, this is be a problem. You are now wasting money.
Oh, see, yeah, you do boil the fat and add chemicals. So there you go. So maybe it is killing the skin cells or whatever
Yeah, I
else
think
is coming
just
out.
for legal reasons, they have to do some kind of sterilization.
yeah. Well, on that note, let's get some super chats and then jump into another topic. Carlos,
On
thank you
that
for
note, that was the worst segue. Speaking of bath water, Carlos Lima.
Speaking of cleaning oneself, let's not talk about this dirty topic anymore.
Carlos, thank you for the 5. Cheers to the most attractive panel on YouTube today. Let's get saucy. Thank you,
Hell yeah.
Carlos. Andrew for 2. Saucy Saturdays After Dark edition from X-Ray. And just her sleeping like.
I mean, I really could
Just
if I
eating
wanted
stuff.
to. This is my bed right behind this curtain.
People pay for that. I remember there was like people probably still do it, but on Twitch specifically, there was just like, and not even just girls, guys too would just keep their streams up when they're sleeping, and there'd be like a bunch of people watching, and I'm like, person's
I don't
literally just, like,
understand
knocked
it.
out asleep. It's weird. It is. I don't understand it either. Ian for 50 pounds. Thank you. Billy's microphone is just praying it doesn't get swallowed.
I was just going to say,
Perfect.
Cutie's face when he's making his soap.
Oh my god.
He's gonna keep this picture forever. This is like he's
It's
gonna,
his
know I
favorite new
am.
thumbnail pic.
Yeah.
we're gonna see it in Disbrew's background one day, just out of
Like,
nowhere.
Billy-
He's on the wall.
Billy's microphone? Do you mean Billie Piper? Followed by who?
Why is the microphone a thing? I don't understand that.
Well, lav mic battery packs and stuff are normally kept on your ass. I'm assuming that might be part of the joke. I'm not sure.
Ian,
It's
is this a
probably one of those
Scottish
things that
thing?
was relevant to what we said.
Sorry, Ian.
You know
bad.
what? I should make Disbrew an emote. He doesn't really go live on his channel, but you can use it in his comment section. Oh, now they're gonna start arguing. What do you? Of course, Disbrew.
It's like I'm Scott. I always think of Billie Piper. This is the thing. Billie Piper is the first Time Lord that can actually go, I've had an upgrade. She beats Cutie in every way. She's more masculine. She's actually English. Like, she's far more Doctor Who than Cutie ever was.
Mongoose, thank
Can
you for
she do
giving the
the
membership.
Stare?
She
though?
wears trousers.
Thanks, Mongoose. Can she do the stare though? That like penetrating.
She's a woman. She's been practicing it her entire
That's
life.
true, and
Yeah.
she can get angry if she really wanted.
Yeah.
We all have it in us.
She's got all the skills. Go to bed with a man and lie to him. She's got all the training she needs.
That's how I go to bed every night. I have to tell one lie.
That's
Otherwise,
so
I can't sleep.
I don't even know like the Doctor Who lore really, so I didn't know that she was, part of the Tennant episode season.
Well,
But
yeah,
when
it was her
Disbrew
and
put that
Eccleston,
in-
and then she went over to 10.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that, but when he put in the group chat that she was gonna be, the Doctor, the first thing came to my mind was like she's probably more masculine than Cutie.
100%. You two are more masculine than Cutie. And this isn't
course.
even
I'm
an insult against you two. This is just how effeminate Cutie is.
Uh, Schick, thank you for the $4.99. Epic Mike rates hot dudes with a crown rating system in his chat now. Is this true, Mike? Michael.
Oh no, that's YouTube. That's YouTube. YouTube has a
Yeah, they have an
the
experience system.
XP or something. You get XP the more you type or something like
yeah.
Oh
that. in the
yeah,
chat.
that's the new thing.
And
no,
as I
but
told
there was
Mike, I'd rather my ex kept her pee to herself.
no, but I think Mike said something on like a Tuesday night's main event about hot guys. So it's been following. I'm getting comments.
Oh,
in my
what
chat.
do you like about hot guys, Epic Mike? I need to know.
Maybe it's the maid outfits because there's so many of them walk around the cons now. God,
Cheaper to heat his
yeah.
house.
cheaper to heat his house.
Mm.
What? I don't get
Portable
it.
radiators.
Poseidon for 5. Thank you. Extra and Wicked are particularly gorgeous this evening. Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, Poseidon.
Aw, poor Dispy feels left out. Come on, Chad, give him a compliment.
It's okay. I've been touching grass with QC.
You don't. You
Oh
shouldn't-
my God!
You
Did
better
make
be
your
careful.
face?
That's. I was gonna say that sounds wrong on a couple
Well,
levels.
I mean, look.
A lot of levels.
You only have to look. You only have to look at the picture. Like, what is
No,
he
no,
reaching for?
stop,
Yeah, you
stop,
do.
stop.
You want to?
No.
What is he reaching for? What is this arm doing?
It's a reach around the other way. It's going to.
Oh, look it. This Drew's gorgeous.
Aw,
I would. Aw. there you go.
absolutely gorge.
When a man says "I would," it's not a compliment. They just have low standards. That's the thing. It is true. A man going, "Yeah, I would." It's like, yeah, and the rest of the population.
He said, "You
Nobody
bastard."
thinks that the men are particularly picky.
Oh, we're getting there, Holocron. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
A lot of them are looking at Zelda going, maybe after 5 pints.
Yeah, I gotta have those rose-colored glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
It is
goodness.
good though, because a lot of people think that like Zelda is a man anyway. So if anything, it's actually quite close to the law.
I know, and Link is a girl. Okay,
Yeah.
how many times have I called Link a girl?
Oh no.
It's hard because Link makes these like cutesy noises when you play his character.
Well, don't call your games Zelda and then
And
have
the
a
main
main
character-
character that isn't
yeah.
called Zelda. Like,
That'd be
seriously, how
that'd be like
stupid do you have
calling-
to be?
It's kind of like calling the Mario games Princess Peach.
I
Peach,
guarantee
right?
half
I
the
mean-
players think that the character is called like Link Zelda or Zelda Link or something.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is for Disparu. Thank you, Chris. And don't worry, I'm not skipping the other super chats. Happy Saturday to the most beautiful YouTube hosts out there. Also, hello to Wicked and X-Ray. So that means
Hi.
Disparu is the most beautiful YouTube host out there. Thank you, Chris.
That is the great
He's
thing about this
blushing.
stream. There is a lot of drunk people in the audience.
He's just saying, you have low standards.
That's just his way of saying thank you in British.
When a man goes, yeah, I would. It's like, yeah, that's not a comp. If it was like, no, I'd marry you and have kids. That is a way bigger compliment than yeah, probably. I could spin you. I could spin you around in a dark alley for 36 seconds. That's about the standard.
Wow, he really took it there. He makes it so much more. We make like a little a giggle joke, and then Disparu just goes full blown.
What?
It's like I need to immerse you in the.
I need
the
to.
image.
I need to be like Disparu. I would.
It's like with the filth dripping down the walls around you.
Oh yeah.
There's the key to storytelling. You've got to make people feel as if they're there in the dirt and the filth with you.
Oh my gosh, chat.
I don't know what's happening with chat.
I don't either. I think Mike derailed it and then left. So
Probably.
we're just gonna blame Mike.
Yeah. This is why I
your
told you to
fault.
tell him to shut up. It was like he was in his librarian fantasy. He just wanted to be told to shush.
See, there you go.
That's all we needed to know.
All right. So, what do you guys think about this? Hunter Schafer is reportedly being eyed to play Princess
don't think
Zelda
it's
in the
true.
live-action Legend of the Zelda film. I agree with you on that. Just because I didn't. Nintendo's not known to go that route. Like if this was Disney, I would totally believe
they're
it. But like,
Japanese, aren't they?
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I think that they're gonna have some beautiful female.
I
play
wouldn't go that far. But
So, I
wouldn't
mean,
go
I
this
would
far
think
either.
that, but like I think this is just trying to like drum up some talk, but just based on them not doing the woke stuff and being very like conservative, because again they're Japanese. I don't see this being a thing.
You know, If they did go this route, Hunter at least visually looks like the character. Okay,
I
I'll
mean-
give Hunter that. Okay.
Link's gonna get a big surprise though. What I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna meet him, and he's like, how's he gonna try and impress us? Look, I've just fought all these baddies with this massive sword, and then Shaver's like, I've got a sword of my own.
Yeah, let's cross swords, baby.
Yeah.
I
Do you want to fight?
I kind of want Millie Alcock to be
No.
Zelda.
I
Just
don't
trying to think of
know.
the blondes. I don't know as many blondes and who's like young-ish. So
Was it Anna Taylor-Joy was Princess? Did she voice Princess Peach? Right? I mean, she only voiced her. She didn't. It wasn't live action.
depends on the age they want the characters. Would Anya Taylor-Joy be too old at this? Depending on which game, because if they're supposed to be like teenagers to
We'd
young
have to
adults,
get our eyes in the same state first.
yeah.
Yeah, isn't. Yeah. So.
Well, just
were people
I
saying
think
Dove
that is
Cameron?
one thing
Hold
that
on.
you can change. Well, I'm actually, for any kind of teenage character, I always preferred when they had like early 20s and they just pretended to be high school students. I think that's way better. I think it's better for them in Hollywood and everything. I think it makes them better actors.
Who's Dove? I don't know
Dove
who this is.
Cameron. She was like, what was it? I didn't
seen
watch
her
it,
in-
but she was like the Descendants or something like that. Is where I think she got her start from. But she's young and she's pretty.
Is she
I
good
got-
actress?
Oh yeah, she is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
feel like I
that's a
heard people
particularly
saying
kind
her.
of makeup heavy thing as well. But she has a whole load of different looks. Like the,
I
the
can
one
see
on
her.
the
I can see that she's younger too. How old is she? I think she's like in her 20s. Maybe. Oh, she's 29. I thought she was like 20. Well,
She's 20s at the very
it's
least.
still 20s. Yeah. Not that that's like old, but yeah, she could. I think she could do it. Maybe. I don't know her acting skills though, so I can't really.
well,
I don't know
also
either.
you have to remember.
Shut up, Perry.
It used to be very normal for movies and stuff to pick completely unknown people.
I see people
especially when you want a
saying that.
younger character. No, there was one recently where Bella Ramsey would have been the perfect cast. And I can't remember who it was. Oh,
Bella Ramsey,
it was
shortly
the-
after Game of Thrones, would have been
No,
fine. I
no,
think.
it was the not Bitcoin. It was the whole
For
the
Zelda?
whole the whole crypto scandal that happened around a centralized place collapsed, and his wife, Bella Ramsey, would be perfect for that.
Okay.
They're making a movie about it. His wife looks just like her.
Oh, that's who that is. Yeah, I forgot who Paintless was for a second. Yeah, maybe she was Cobra Kai. Probably younger there, but I mean, better. I mean, at least she's a girl. Better choice
Yeah,
than.
Just go for like an unknown, especially if you got
I agree
Japanese
with
people
that.
choosing her and stuff.
Mhm.
I hope it will be good because these video game movies have been mostly disappointing.
Yeah. So besides,
I think they're gonna be next though.
Sonic and Mario. I mean, I'm not a big Minecraft fan. I didn't watch the movie. I don't plan on it, but Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
superhero movies and
that's
stuff
what
are
I
coming
mean,
to
I'm
a
like-
close. They'll want
Yeah.
some other IP and games.
Well, just
see
something
you next.
easy that has a fan base, and it's like you go to comics and then you go to movies, and then now they're going for the next beloved thing. But the crazy part is, gamers, at least when it came to woke stuff in gaming, have been pretty vocal about stuff,
Mhm.
and we're seeing changes, albeit
Keep this
still
up.
slow. But there are changes because gamers won't. They can't walk away from gaming altogether.
Well,
That's why
gaming
indie-
is a almost entirely male endeavor. And even when women are in there, they tend to be so overwhelmed by the other men in the lobby that it's just counted as a male space anyway. And so they're just used to telling each other the truth. And it's like if they do this, they'll just all be like, "This is ass. I don't like this. Piss off." And they don't care what you think of it. It's not like, "Oh no, we've all got to be nice and polite about things." That is not gaming culture.
Ooh, Emily Red. She has the look. Just get her super blonde, long hair. I'd be into it.
Oops, I spelled
It's
it
just
wrong.
weird. It's just weird to see her go from red to blonde, but she's naturally a blonde, or not naturally, but
You could.
she
Yeah, I could.
spends her time as a blonde.
Yeah, she's cute. I could see it. Here, there's some kind of blonde. I mean, it's heavy on the makeup, but
This would be a good shot for a Zelda shot.
yeah, there's a. Oh, you got something? There you go. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's better than the other photos we were just looking at.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, she's got the big eyes too. Damn.
Yeah, she does. But I could, yeah.
A lot of it does seem to be down to makeup with a lot of the people as they try and go for the kind of grungy look and stuff, which is not Zelda.
Black makeup sinks your eyes more. The eyelashes pop your eyes.
Yeah,
and
she
the fact
actually
that
looked
she's
better
got-
without the makeup on the last one.
I agree. Because when you pulled up the black eye makeup, like, ooh, sorry.
No,
She looks better with fresh face.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. Well, yeah, I don't see it because I just don't see Japan going that route, but
are they the ones making it?
Mhm.
Like, who's
I mean, surely they'd have control over the casting or like final decisions, or you serve them a load of people and they choose.
yeah.
They'd be really. Nintendo doesn't strike me as the kind of place that gives over control of their IP. I think
No.
Because they have to. Well, we've seen how many games they release and how often they go on sale and how it's distributed. It's only on their platform. They have a lot of control.
Yeah, and there was a time where Nintendo tried to. So everyone else was just like, yeah, if you want to play a game, play it online. And then Nintendo tried to set up a system where if you stream their game online, you had to sign up for their program and you had to give them like 40 or 50% of your revenue or something. And if that had taken over, it would have entirely changed the streaming space. And everyone just went, I'm not going to stream them then. So it was the only reason it was defeated. But they did try to utterly control game streaming and set it off down that path of the creator gets a significant chunk of your revenue. Nintendo love their control.
I would have hated. I would never join this. Like,
well, they used to. If you weren't signed up for their program, they would just DMCA you. And so people were like, well, I can't stream it anymore then. They eventually rolled it back.
Yeah.
This was years ago.
It's bad for business in comparison to other games, right? If other people are letting them play, not DMCAing them, they're going to lose out. Because it's crazy how many people, and I've done this, where I will watch someone play it. So I've been apprehensive. And I'll be like, is it good? Is it bad? Their thoughts on it. I need reviews versus going to IGN and being like, 9 out of 10. Okay, I don't trust your reviews anymore. You don't even play the whole game or a part of the game sometimes.
Well, I mean, even if they did, IGN has multiple different reviewers. And so to really, it's the same with entertainment and everything. You have to find somebody that has the same taste as you, and then if they like it or they don't like it, you know you're basically the same, and so you can go off that. So it works with YouTube channels of individual people reviewing games, but obviously the best way to know if you're going to like a game is just to watch somebody play it. What kills a lot of these gaming websites? They can't compete.
Yeah. Oh my god, have you been playing Night Rain yet?
No, because I made a video today. I've still only done the one thing. I've been watching Az play on a secondary monitor, though.
Yeah, I tried to watch earlier on my phone, and for some reason I could only get 360p, so it was very blurry. I'm like, I can't see anything. It was doing it a disservice, but it looked cool.
The first game I played, I think we were just about to enter the first boss, and then it crashed. So yeah, I haven't even gone through a full round yet, though. But I don't get a lot of the complaints. It just feels like Elden Ring to me, except they've got rid of a lot of the slowdown thing, so you're constantly running. So the fights are the same, but in the middle, it's more actiony, where it's like you have to go around at a pace and be efficient and go from people to people to people to people.
Yes, and you want to go get your sites of grace and things. And it's about speed, efficiency, and working as a team. If you're in a team, I don't know about
but a lot of people have complained that it doesn't feel like Elden Ring, and I don't get it because it's literally made of their assets. It's the same fight system.
It's the same bosses.
It's a lot, there's a lot of the same enemies and stuff, and they're like, it's not Elden Ring. It's like, did you just play Elden Ring for the slow pauses in the middle where you weren't fighting anybody? Because to me, it's like, if you like the fights in Elden Ring, you'll like this because it's just fights.
It's just fighting, and it's like accelerated fighting, and you have to be good at the game because someone like me would not do very well, I don't think, in this game. I can maybe last one night.
Well, the problem is, if you die, you can get revived, But if
But
they
it
don't
gets
revive, if you don't
longer.
revive in a timer, you lose a level, and then you have to go back and get your runes, which you can. It seems like you can generally do unless you die in the storm, in which case you can't get them,
You're
so you lose it forever.
SOL, right?
So the people that die in the storm seem to be ones they just keep going down and down and down. But otherwise, as long as you're in a group with people, I think you'd be fine. Because either they'll carry you or whatever. But as long as you get runes back, you don't lose that much. As long as everybody doesn't wipe.
Yeah.
I could never get into like the Dark Souls and Elden Ring, and they're just really hard games.
Well, and you have
Yeah,
to
they're
be a
meant to
good
be,
player. Did
Yeah.
Az make it to night 3?
Az has cleared one. He cleared one yesterday. I saw him clear it.
Oh, congrats to him. Oh my gosh.
And what happens for the first time, you're stuck on one boss, and then once you kill that one boss, it unlocks all the others. So
mhm.
I
That's cool.
imagine the first one is a bit like the training boss kind of thing that they want everyone to start with.
Okay. Because yeah, watching the playthrough from PAX, it was like I just stood there being like, yeah, this is not my game. Because I can't just farm for hours to get myself at a level that is good.
No, it's not farming for. I think the entire thing, if you go
You
to
can't
round
farm.
like night 3, is like 40 minutes. So it's not farming for hours.
Well, I can't farm for hours, so I'm at a high enough, kill level.
No, the level resets after every game.
No, I know, and that's why I'm like, my skill level won't be good. I guess it also depends on the character you play as well. Because I know each of the
yeah, like you have range characters, so as long as you're just good at staying away from the fights.
Yep.
And the archer, I've seen people play 3 archers, and it just seems ridiculously powerful. Like no one can hit them, and they just die before they reach them. It's wild.
Nice.
I
We'll
think
see.
next week I'm gonna finally start Expedition 33. I really want to.
Yes,
I
you'll
think
like
I'm gonna
it.
love it.
Because turn-based, as much as I like turn-based is of a previous generation for me. It was like my younger years. Having dodge and parry systems within a turn-based changes the game a lot. That's wild, Ian.
That's
No, she went-
crazy.
That's Expedition 33. I'm gonna try and guide it to something I know about.
I know. I'm like, no, but I heard that I've never played the Final Fantasy games, but they've been kind of compared like as the gameplay wise, but it's very story rich, which I love that.
It's very story rich.
So
You
I'm
will cry
excited for
so
that.
many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Great.
It's okay.
Wait, get ready for it, chat.
Get the box ready, the tissue box.
Too bad I didn't stream during Red Dead because you guys would have seen me sob. It was like 3 a.m. in my living room. I didn't want to wake anybody up, so I had headphones on. And it's like if anybody would have walked out there, I was just like, just sobbing. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Like, oh
One
my
as
god,
well,
what's
but-
wrong? The video game.
I had the same horse the whole time, and then I was like, it was
Oh
it was
my
a freaking
God.
mess. But on the, let's get to the next topic. Did you guys see? We'll like go. I watched the trailer on Thursday, but without sound because unless it's like Disney, I'm afraid to
What
watch
trailer?
trailers on stream.
Yes, of course.
Good Fortune, and I think it's gonna
Oh.
be on like Netflix or something. I might be thinking of something else though.
I've not
But this
seen
is-
it. I've not even heard of it.
Okay, so this is Keanu Reeves, which I'm gonna watch it just for Keanu because I love him, but the rest of the casting I'm not happy with.
Why does he have this hair for everything? Because I
I know,
always thought that was
everyone's
his
like,
John
it's-
Wick hair, but it seems to just be the one he prefers,
think
and that's why it was
Face
there.
hair. Maybe he ties it back. Does he wear man buns, chat? I don't even know.
I don't know.
No, every time I've seen him, it's always like shoulder length.
Maybe he
It's just-
only wears a wig now.
It's just, I
wig.
used to think this was like a movie role of why he had his hair like this. It's like, no, this must just be what he likes.
He's just
Also,
like,
he
you know what? I'm
has-
sticking with it.
He has such an interesting beard pattern, and I don't know if he shaves it particularly. This spot here,
Yeah.
I think he'll shave here because
There.
it's very straight. So it will be shaped down, but I think the rest is just how it is.
yeah,
Well,
it's very Keanu.
I think this was giving me, I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm sure people in the chat did because when I talked about it on Thursday, a few people remember this movie. But there was a movie with John Travolta called Michael, where he played Michael, the Archangel. And I loved that back in the day. I don't know if it still holds up. but I loved it and thought it was hilarious. Yeah, see, Crimson said it when I did. It gives me those vibes. So he stars as an inept angel meddling in the lives of a gig worker and a wealthy man. So here's the trailer. I'm gonna pull it up, but I'm not gonna have the sound
description
on.
sounds ideological from the start, though. It's gotta be like I can't hear anything.
No, I don't have the sound on.
The angel wings are ridiculous. Sandra Oh, I liked in Grey's Anatomy, but I have not liked her in anything else.
Wait, why are his wings so tiny?
Because he's a man.
Oh.
So
this does seem
Ansari
like it.
is directing it as well. But wait,
Ooh.
Is there subtitles on?
Yeah,
Go to
cog.
the settings.
Oh,
It's because it's on Twitch. On Twitter. If you went on the YouTube video, that'd have.
Here, I'll do the YouTube video. Give me a second, because there is music in the background too. So we got like
YouTube
5 seconds of Thunderbolt.
ones.
That's when that day that you were like, "Where'd the stream go?" It was because there was a little bit of music in the Thunderbolts trailer, and I had to hurry up and delete that. We got blocked. Like it wasn't even like, "Oh, you're revenue
Stupid
sharing." It
Thunderbolts.
completely blocked us.
Yeah,
It's what the
music is
BBC did to my
worst.
Doctor Who review. They blocked it in 17% of Earth. I'm like, that seems very specific. Like I just hate these countries specifically.
Yeah. We muted.
It'll be interesting to see what this is about, because I do like a lot of Keanu Reeves movies, most of them.
Yeah, I just don't like the cast.
The Matrix 4.
Hey, not all of them are. Amazon actually, apparently, in their warehouses, actually had a lot of pee bottles because
Yes.
people didn't have time to go to the bathroom, and I think truckers do that as well, just to
Yeah, I
just so
imagine
they
so.
don't have to stop. And I remember one of my girlfriends said that I don't know if one of her friends worked in like cleaning like trucks, but apparently truckers would wear like diapers and then like take up number 2 and then will like wipe and throw it out the window type of thing. It
I'm
was
not
in
surprised.
the wheel wells.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but yuck. Now, if I ever see like a random diaper on the highway or something, because you see
Probably a trucker.
one thing. Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna think. And another thing, why is there always like a random shoe? Do people like in the passenger seat just like keep their foot hanging out the window and they lose a shoe and it's like, well, can't go back for it. Like there's always a random shoe. I don't know if that's just
I have
over
no
here,
idea.
but I see it so much. Like, even in New York, I saw it, and I just always wondered, like,
Have you ever
why
seen
is there
photos
shoe?
of like lost property at different places? There is like lost property at airports and stuff, and there will just be like someone's amputee arm, and it's like a fake arm and something. Like, how'd you forget that? How'd you forget a limb?
Unless it was an extra limb. Maybe it was an extra limb.
It was their
It's like a
backup
shoe.
limb.
How do you lose a single shoe? Either both shoes or nothing, surely.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't get it. Actually, today at work, I went to the bathroom, and
Mozza.
in the
Mazda does
bathroom,
both, though.
there was a pair of shoes. Someone just left their shoes.
They just went home walking on their hands. That
I
was
was
the
just
thing.
like, it's disgusting. Why do you want to walk around a healthcare center without
Honestly.
your shoes?
Sorry, Dr.
Who
Evil.
throws a shoe?
Who
Isn't that
throws a
like
shoe?
Isn't that
Honestly.
like a Spanish mother thing?
Remember,
Asian
yeah,
man.
no, but remember the Austin Powers, that like Asian guy that throws a shoe and he's like, "Ow, that really hurt." Who throws a shoe?
Yeah.
I can't get over how tiny his wings are. It's so funny because I didn't realize this when I watched the trailer before, and now it's all I can see is how tiny his wings are.
Well, yeah,
It's to
how tiny his wings
represent
are
a small
compared to
baby.
hers as well.
Yeah,
was the
that
thing.
too.
My name is Gabriel. I'm here to save you.
Oh, maybe he needs to
What?
save people to get bigger wings.
Who are you? He told you he's Gabriel. If someone goes, "Hi, I'm Gabriel," and you go, "Who are you?" You just deserve everything that's coming to you.
Can guys do Pilates? Oh,
I
Yeah.
mean,
interesting.
put him last. They put his name last. Seth Rogen was at the top. Keanu was at the bottom.
Even though Keanu was like the only person in this trailer.
Yeah, because he's the only
He's
person
gonna
that can sell it. Seth Rogen can't sell anything except his own. He can't even sell his own bathwater. I think he tries to sell like weed tables.
What? What's a weed
No,
table?
he does. That he's got like a business in some kind of like weird weed furniture thing. He
Is there
does video.
weed
He does
inside the
adverts on it and
furniture?
on his Twitter. He'll be like smoking, and there'd be like a spinny thing or something, and he's like, "Put."
Do you
got
guys
all loads of-
remember Rob Schneider in that movie where he's selling things? Oh no, it's not Rob Schneider. It was Adam Sandler. He's like,
Oh, it was
look at
Hot
this
Chick.
thing, and you can put your weed in there too.
He's like, oh yeah, you know what? You could put your weed in it. Yeah, that was you thinking of Rob Schneider because it was a hot chick and he was starring in it. Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go take a nap now. He goes in
For Seth Rogen, it replaces a personality. He's like, look, bro, man. He's got the entire just surfer culture thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
One show I actually am kind of curious to see what it is like is his TV show on Apple,
Studio.
The Studio. Just to
I've watched-
see.
I've watched the first episode.
What'd you think?
And from like, you've made an episode of television, like production-wise, it's not bad. The actual message, though, because you have to remember, this is what Hollywood thinks is the problem with Hollywood, as it's a comedy by people in Hollywood about people in Hollywood, and their main message is executives have no idea what they're talking about. They force people beneath them into a position where they don't think it'll work, but they don't give them any other choice because you have to do what you're told if you want to get promoted. But my main issue with the first episode is that it pitches him as if he wants to make a quality TV show, or he wants to make a quality product. But the idea that they pitch as a TV show is awful. So, to me, I'm watching it thinking, well, his idea is worse. If they did what the executive said, it would be successful. And everyone around him is going, no, this is what makes money. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to do it. I want to do my art. And then he gets forced into it because he won't do what he's told, essentially, and he messes everything up. And I'm not sure they've told the story they really intend to about what the problems are.
That's what he maybe thinks what the problems are. Yeah, and then the executives got in the way again.
Well, this is the thing. Everyone's like, they essentially say, if you want to make a successful movie, you need an IP with a built-in audience that everyone knows. And everyone's going, if you make this movie, it will be a surefire hit. And he just kind of goes, but I don't want to make this movie. I want to make art. It's like, I'm watching it thinking, well, you don't matter. You're irrelevant. Just shut up. You should be fired, and we replace you with someone that makes what the audience wants. You're utterly irrelevant in this scenario. But the entire thing is just about how Seth Rogen is perfect, and if only they let him do what he wants, it'd be great.
It's
supposed to be a comedy.
Did what he wanted.
I don't know where the jokes are, but it is a really star-studded cast.
I did not like Sausage Party. I thought it was supposed to be funnier, but it was almost too lewd. For me,
almost, it was too lewd. It was definitely too lewd. I don't even think I really laughed even once at it. I was just watching
I watched 10 minutes and turned it off because it's pretty rare for me to not even want to try and finish a movie.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. His humor's kind of lost on me. Like, I think the last.
But he's not funny. Like, the studio isn't funny.
Was he one of the writers on Superbad? He wasn't in it, though. But, like, I don't have anything to do with it? No?
I don't even know what Superbad is.
That was McLovin.
I don't know who McLovin is.
Written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. So, yeah, actually.
I'm McLovin it.
That was such a good movie, though.
Superbad?
Yeah. Maybe Evan Goldberg helped keep him even keeled. Who knows?
Maybe. We're getting there. We're at 4:15, guys. Then X-Ray's gonna take a shot.
Oh God, 4:18, guys. We're really close.
Super close. F you for 199. Wicked. Can I be your Adam and you be my Eve? I swear. Is this Blue-Eyed Scorpio's alt account? I think it might be.
I haven't seen him around in a while. Oh my god.
He usually hops in and says face and then runs away. Except for when he asked me to prom, and I said only if he gets a corsage. And it was when I was gaming with the pirate crew, and Jay's like, no, you have to have a Lamborghini. And he was like, well, I sold the Lamborghini to get a corsage, so Jay's got to give us a piggyback to prom. I swear it's him. It's got to be.
The thing, there's got to be a snake joke in there as well, though. Like, can it be like you're Adam and Eve? It's like, well, you know, the snake got further with Eve than Adam did.
I'm the snake.
Andrew Matthews for £2.
That would mean that you were Satan, by the way.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. This one's for Disparu. Go ahead. because you
Would
like
you
milk.
eat Sydney's boob milk ice cream?
She doesn't have boob milk. She hasn't had a kid.
Yeah, but that could be arranged.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
she's
the
single
easy
right
bit.
now.
So, like, if we're making ice cream, I'm sure that could be arranged.
Oh yeah, I saw that Ian. Jackie
But
Chan never
that
saw
is-
Superbad because he didn't. What movie was he in with him? Hold on. Sorry.
You just skipped over the question. You've got to at least answer it.
Answer it. Would you? I'm gonna say no. Would
She's
you?
so-
I'm gonna say no. Sorry, my attention span. So okay,
I mean, it's not like a product. It's not a product I'd buy, but I'm not disgusted by the idea. So it more depends what you'd get out of it. Like if
well,
there was
Shane
a
says
reason
spoon,
to.
Please. We got one.
A lot of people in
Yeah,
chat.
it's not something I do for fun. It depends what
Well,
you'd
it
get
has a
on the other
creamier
side.
texture because it's a fattier milk than I think natural.
Okay, so they're like the bath soap. No, disgusing. But the boob milk.
Well, you are
ice
just washing
cream.
yourself in her filth. That is.
Okay, guys, imagine this. You could have, her vagine candle burning. You could take a bath with her bath soap water thing and have a pint of her boob milk ice cream. Is that heaven or what?
No. Nobody wants a
Wow,
bath
that's
that
saying-
stinks of
that's-
fish.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the milk. I was saying, and he likes milk. He's like a milk
Yeah,
connoisseur.
it's like, oh, has this ice cream gone off?
I can see. He just threw with little like shots of milk. Like, nope, that one's gone bad.
A sense of caramel.
Oh yes, and then a pint of
It's
her,
got
her yeast
a
beer.
charcoal nose to it.
Guys, you could have a pint of her yeast beer with them.
Oh no, I think that's the worst. That is the boob milk is better than beer.
Oh, this sounds
I mean,
nasty.
All milk comes from a boob. I'm just putting that out there, okay?
That is true. If anything, it should be less weird that it comes from a human than a cow. Really.
Hey, I drank a lot of boob milk when I was younger, okay?
She means last week.
Don't put that out
It
there.
was like last week was wild.
Last week was wild. First I drank, then I
Look,
stripped, then I
I
had
was like,
boob
I
milk.
can't X-ray you when you're full. All right, something's got to have to empty it.
Oh my god, I've actually done that before, where I'll do a mammogram and like it'll come out while I squish the boob, and I'm like, ah.
Like, what if you're ashamed to let it go to waste?
Oh no, gross!
That was such a high pitch. Ew! Your microphone cut out.
So disgusting. I think we need to be stopped. Wicked, help!
Yeah, Wicked's supposed to wrangle this
She's
awful
not
mess.
wrangling.
Well, here we go. Lucifer the Doberman for a
She's
Canadian
too
5.
disgusted to wrangle.
I can't. Just
No,
coming
I'm
back.
not touching this
see,
with a budge.
see, this is more wholesome. Just coming back from a waterfall
I'm
adventure
sorry,
with the
no,
dogs.
You can't say this is more wholesome from someone called Lucifer. I am not more dirty than Satan, all right? That is not
Okay,
like
no,
you're more
fair enough.
degenerate than the god of lies himself.
But he was on a waterfall adventure. Sending love from Vancouver Island. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Thank you so much.
Amazing. I love
Thank
that.
you. Ginger for 5. Ginger Adventure for 5. I just got hit up on a dating app for Grubhub money. How's everyone doing? Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
can you do that? Like,
But you could send anyone a message.
oh, I
and
guess,
yeah. You just send the message
She wanted
back.
some pizza. She was trying to get some pizza
Piss
money.
off, you scrounging
Pizza-
slag.
Yeah,
Ginger,
there-
are you a female or a male? Just asking out of
I don't think it
curiosity.
matters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It probably doesn't matter, but I'm just curious. Or the person who
definitely
was
a
sending you the
man.
message, was it a
No man
female
is
or male?
messaging a woman going, "Can you please just buy me food?"
Single guy cooking, that's a funny point. Who checks out more, Wicked or Jay? One's for me, two's for Jay, chat. You guys watch more, so let me know.
Well, I say Jay on a regular basis, but Wicked, especially when she's around us.
When it gets dirty, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look at the topics on this other screen. I think Jay's gonna win this one.
You have a kid though. It's like you can't check out of a conversation about boob milk. You've got more experience with it than either of us.
Boom.
Yeah, I can check out on
Guys,
anything.
guys. Okay, I have a question. Like, for the lads who have wives or baby mamas, did you ever try the baby mamas or wives or whoever in your life milk? Because I always think that I'm like, I feel like I don't think it'd be that strange to try that person's milk. I would try my own. Anyway,
I don't know. See what the chat has to say. We said yes.
It's like, look, you've got like
We
a
got a
mobile
yes.
cafe with you.
Okay, we got some
You're like a
yeses.
portable fridge.
We got some no's.
Yeah, never.
Some yeses, never.
Damn.
I'm sure that there's been movies where they've done that though, and the guy was like, "This is repulsive."
It's just from what I heard, it just tastes very
slightly sweet with a flavor that can be influenced by the diet.
Yes, it can be. I heard
Similar to skimmed cow's milk.
I heard that you can, if you
More
eat a lot like
closely
carrots,
resembles-
they'll like carrots in the future.
More closely resembles heavily sweetened almond milk or sugar water.
Interesting. Ew,
Oh,
that's so gross, Robert.
The AI overview even says many moms who've tasted their own milk, so yes, they definitely do, also say it tastes like cucumbers, cantaloupe, honey, or even melted ice cream.
I like
The
ice
baby
cream.
definitely isn't getting any of that once they've tasted that. They're like, whoa.
I love ice
Ben and
cream.
Jerry's is going to go out of business.
Anywho, I'm sorry, Wicked.
No, you're fine. Lance for 5. Is there anything more detrimental to woman's dignity than for everyone to know that she is beautiful? Helen of Troy was cursed by the gods.
She did the face that launched a thousand ships. Yeah. This is the thing. I think Hollywood needs to get back to the days where if you're not a 10, you're ugly. Like, people are like, oh, well, she'll do, and it's like some kind of 7. It's like, no, 7s, no. You're a 10 in Hollywood or nothing. You're supposed to be peak. Like, every face in Hollywood should launch 1,000 ships.
Well, it used to be that way, but now it's like you get Bella Ramsey's and...
Well, everybody, like, half the people's like, oh, who do you want as Zelda? They were like 7s. Like, you can get 10s. There's plenty of them. Hollywood should be the best of everything. Men, women, writers, directors. You should not have anybody who isn't at the absolute peak of whatever their role is in Hollywood. Because when you're spending $20 million to get an actor in a movie, they can be a 10. Like, you have your choice of the world at that point.
Yeah. And look where we
Yeah.
are. We got Bella Ramsey. Okay. I will say she was cute when she was in Game of Thrones. I don't know what happened.
She was young
She
and
started
like
wearing
now...
suits and trying to look like a bloke.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cane for 2...
I don't even know how I'd even say this.
Okay,
I'm gonna say the
I
last part. La 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 la.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna sound bad if you say it out loud, but...
No, I can show this. I can show you this for about 3 seconds, okay?
What are you
But
showing? That's scary.
I have the technology. As long as I've got it in the right browser.
Oh no.
Carry on among yourselves while I'm
Okay,
searching it.
I'm also 44 likes. 44 likes, guys, away from shots.
Okay, I have it. Like I say, I can only play it for about 3 seconds at a time, and then I'll have to pause and we'll talk. But this is the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. It is a 24-hour live stream that has been going on for over a week, repeating the same thing.
And there's only 33 people in there. That's annoying. It's not even a good reason to stream. Ew.
Well, it used to be, there used to be more. But this, like I say, this has been going on for over a week. And it's just a repeat of the same thing. There's maybe 60 seconds of stuff, and it is just... It's just that over and over again. It is strangely catchy once you... Because if I just click to a rant... No, that's probably the same place. I'm trying to find a different screen.
That is annoying AF.
Extremely.
I think it's gold. In my last Doctor Who video,
He's one
every
of the
time I had
33.
enough of it, rather than walking off as I normally did, I just played that for a while and cut it into the video.
Hey, I like the hamster dance song.
What's the hamster dance song?
Is that the one that goes?
Oh, okay, yeah. There's
Yeah,
that.
I think
There was
so.
also what was it? Angry Frog. I don't know whether that ever hit America. The Angry Frog.
Was that
I don't think I ever heard
the
of Angry
ding
Frog.
ding ding bong? That one?
Yes, yeah.
It did hit. It absolutely did.
Then I didn't hear about it then. Thank God.
Yeah, Crazy Frog. I remember
Oh,
that.
Crazy Frog. That's the one. Yeah. Then there was I'm Blue Dubba Dee Dubba Die. There was a few kind of meme songs that went around in the time. X-Ray Girl knows that one. It's
Yeah,
like
she knows
immediately
that.
kicked in, like
There's an
teenage
EDM
memories.
version, and I'm obsessed with it. Anyways.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. It's not that we're drunk, it's that you're doing
You're doing that.
you're doing that and we're over here saying whatever, and that's the issue. What?
I already forgot what we were talking about, Ian.
Yeah, that was at 7:48. Sorry.
Sorry, Ian.
Who's doing what? We're over here saying this. The thing is, I'm not sure who the we is, and I'm not sure whether he's talking about us or the chat. I did say the chat was drunk. So
Hey!
it's not that the chat's drunk, it's that we're doing that, and the chat is over there saying whatever, and that's the issue. I think he's saying that I was blaming the chat when really we're at fault for causing them to
Yeah, I
talk
think
about
so. Yeah.
I'm always at fault. I'm fine.
Jason Webster from Australian 5, thank you. Hi to Forever Charming X-Ray Girl.
it. Colloquial.
Colloquial, Wicked Virtue, and Rapid Fire Disparu. You lovely ladies look elegant and sophisticated with glasses. Thanks, we're blind.
The weird thing about colloquial, as far as I know, it just means like local. I'm not
What
even
does
sure.
that mean,
Like,
actually, in the
well, a colloquialism would not, like in language terms, is well, like an English thing or something that would be in my local area that only we say. So I'm not sure what it would mean in regards to a person.
Something familiar. That's why I'm like, I don't like. You're familiar, I guess. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it normally means like local or close to home.
Doberman
I'm not
for
smart.
Canadian 2 says Anya Joy or Taylor. I always want to say Anya Joy for some reason. Taylor Joy is the best for Zelda. You know it. She is a
I
pretty
think-
popular casting choice. I just think she may be
She
too
might be
old
too old.
because Zelda's
She
a
has to be a
teenager.
teenager.
Yeah.
I just like no.
He's like, I'm just like, no.
I think
No,
if we had
it's like the Little Mermaid. There's a weird thing in Hollywood of casting people where their eyes are on the side of their faces. No, it's supposed to be a 10. Bring back attractive people to Hollywood.
Pedro Pasmaza for $4.99. The mustache.
Oh my
Stop
God.
it.
I'm surprised that they didn't take the thing of Pedro licking the glowing tube and
They
use
might not
that.
have let him make that a profile picture. YouTube
Oh,
is weird.
Yeah, who was it? It was It was who was said it? Hang on, carry on. I'll remember
Excuse
eventually.
me, we're in the Disper queue.
Yes.
No, I'll remember eventually. I can't remember the.
Now that Maz has passed from Jade's, Gronkin needed someone to step in and play him for a future podcast, and I'm just the bougie biatch to do it. So they put Pedro's face on Maz this time. That's a new one. It's a new one, but it still fits.
I
Jason,
can't remember who. It was someone on Film Threat. One of the Film Threat guys was saying they got in trouble about the Pedro thing because they said it was lewd, and I don't know who it was when he said they. Whether they mean their audience or YouTube. No, I could imagine YouTube looking at a video and going, "You can't show that. That's way too suggestive." But I don't know.
yeah,
but
I don't know either.
Because I think it was on Open Bar. It was like, yeah, I got in trouble when I showed this video.
Jason, thank you for another Australian 5. He's come to manage the Los Angeles. You mean Los Angeles Angels?
Los Angeles Angels. Yeah.
To their next World Series triumph, starring Keanu Reeves.
That movie looked awful.
Yeah,
It didn't look good. I'm
Yeah,
sure the
I'm
sound
surprised
would have
he's
made it
in it.
worse.
Yeah, it was just like background music and yeah.
It looked like your average rom-com, but even immediately reading the summary, and it's like, oh look, we've got this poor girl and then this rich guy. It's like you already know the subtext that they're going to add into that because it's Hollywood. And I don't like that Keanu would be attached to that kind of stuff. Frankly, I would prefer he made better movies.
Mechanism Studios for 2. What's your martini or cocktail of choice? I like espresso martinis or lemon drops.
Me
Both
too.
very-
There was a martini. I called it the candy martini, but I think it was like, was it like a cherry martini? But they used to put like gummy bears in the martini. The place I went to, it was so good.
I don't really know cocktails. The only one I've had repeat. I only ever have it when I go to America because it's on the menus. It's just like whiskey sour.
I like those. I like whiskey sours.
I'm like, if you don't provide me an actual drinks list, which I would just order from, and they only do cocktails, then I just order whiskey sour. There was one in Vegas where I think they put like egg white in it or something. Like this,
there's some
this is
drinks
not
that have
like
that.
any other whiskey sour
yeah.
that I've had. It's really nice though.
Oh
Mhm.
gosh. And then sometimes they like, I don't know what they do to like fluff it up to get the kind of like bubbly texture. Oh, it's so good. Pisco sour. That's what
it struck me as the proper way to make it. It was like it was a really posh place. And I'm like, I don't belong here. And so I was like, they probably did it properly.
Jason, thank you for another Australian 5. Seth Rogen has the acting range of a store mannequin or a crash test dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's famous. Sometimes you get people, and I don't know what on earth you became known for to get like the status you do. He's one of them for me. I don't think he's ever been funny.
he was funnier when he was younger, but then maybe he just had better writers at the time.
Yeah,
And directors.
There's also a kind of a cultural separation here. That I don't get that kind of comedy. And so to me, he was like never funny. And now when the people that previously liked him say he's not funny, I'm like, this is how he always was. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think he like related it more to like it's definitely like stoner comedy, but there is some stoner comedy that's actually funny, like Dave Chappelle and Half Baked. That's funny. But like teenagers, I think that was more of his thing. Stoner comedy teenager level for Seth Rogen. So that's why it hasn't aged well. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. Is the real Vagine candle though, or is it a scam?
Apparently, Gwyneth Paltrow's Vagine candle, like she had people
It exploded.
quality
Ew.
controlling it.
Yeah, although the thing with it had nothing to do with her. It wasn't like a biological candle. She did tell the story that she was just smelling candles and she sniffed one and was like, "This really smells like my minge." And then that was it. It was like that. It became their own brand. So it's not like the bathwater and stuff where it's made of anything or the beer.
No. Yeah.
I wonder if people actually buy it, hoping to smell it and think it's.
I don't think you can buy it anymore. I think it was more to launch the shop.
Wow, it certainly made headlines.
I'm gonna deliberately phrase it this way.
I'm surprised Amaranth hasn't made a candle that smells like her own, you know? Although there was a period
Drew
where
found something.
I searched, "Can you buy Gwyneth Paltrow's minge?" It's what I put into Google. And it came back with her candle. It knew what I meant.
AI.
Amazon is like, we sell her candles.
How much? How much? I want to know. $100.
much?
I have no idea.
$100 million.
The way he's laughing is just so funny right now.
Hang on, this is the wrong window. Oh, I hope this stays.
no.
I hope this stays when I cross it over to the.
I'm scared.
Well, the thing is, it's on my Amazon, right? So I'm hoping that the search stays the same. If it does,
Or just screenshot the search and don't oh no.
Wait, why is it still logged in? What?
Did you open it incognito window?
Well, no, I don't use this browser. I'm actually more confused about why my browser is logged into Amazon on here. Hang on, I need to open. There we go.
Oh my god.
Look,
Did they
it's
use
not the same.
dipstick?
It's not the same. Well, okay. I will have to screenshot what I saw then.
Yeah, probably the best. And chat, we are at 4 more likes away from the shot goal.
Are you gonna do one too, Disru?
I've been doing them anyway.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He's like, I'm ahead of y'all.
Look, you will see. Like, you can show that screenshot because that's got nothing on it.
All right, we hit it. Thank you, chat, for liking the stream. Cheers to you.
But the thing is, right, this is the results which are tied to my account, because when I searched it without my account, these didn't come up. Some of them did, but not all of them.
What was your search parameters? I'm just curious. I want to search mine now.
Gwyneth Paltrow candle
Gwyneth Paltrow candle
in
okay.
Amazon.
Well,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well,
But from what I can see, Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't sell that candle anymore. It's not coming up with the results.
I have no candles of hers. There's one called
No, there were no
Lychee
candles
Fizzy.
of hers. If you check the Twitter DMs, you'll see what came up on mine.
Oh god. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. In a world full of see you next Tuesdays, you're my favorite.
Here, I'll share.
There
I'll
was
share
another
this.
one called Have a Nice Poo.
Can sweaty mint. My last nerve. Oh look, it's on fire.
oh
My
yuck.
people skills are just fine. It's my tolerance
This
to see you
candle
next
smells
Tuesday.
of my arse.
What is that? I can't even read that. Life
You
is
could read the important
a
bits.
something
It
penis.
says life is like... Yeah, hang on, I'm going to have to click
penis.
it.
I can't read the rest of it.
Well, maybe while they're doing this, you guys want me to take a
I will
shot
zoom
too?
in, we
I have
have
to go
the
get it
technology.
first.
Yes, go get it. Go get it.
Okay, I'll be
while
right
you're
back.
finding-
Sometimes it's up. Life is like a pea. Sometimes it's up.
Right back.
Sometimes it's down. But it won't be hard forever. Hey, it's good
sad.
life advice. More women should have that on the wall. We don't need live, laugh, love anymore. We should have that slogan. You know?
I like this one. Smells like Sarah's minge. Oh my god. Your candle smells of my arse. You know what?
If you think this candle stinks, you should smell my...
Dang. I actually really like this one. Have a nice poo. Because if you like, because people light candles sometimes to stop the smell. And that wouldn't be a bad way. I mean, I use poopery. That's
You know,
like a great way to stop the smell.
There are no, hang on. If you can put that back up, there are two things about that picture which I think need to be pointed out. The first one is the top left, where it has 1.2 thousand reviews for
So-
sweaty minge monkey candle.
Wow.
And the one below, where it's like life is like a pea, is 690 reviews.
Honestly,
So-
I kind of want to buy that one just for fun.
I mean, look, there can't be that many people that review products. You're probably looking at 1%. Only a 1 to 3, I would imagine, even review anything. They have sold a lot to actually get that.
I can't believe I'm putting this in my search. Life is like a penis candle.
No, search Wanky Candle, because that's the brand.
Wanky candle.
It's a very British company name, so I don't know if they'll...
I don't
do
think
that.
they sell it here. This makes me sad.
You know,
I
my
think we
favorite
just
thing
have
about the
to-
candles is that they've got an energy efficiency rating. Like, these are
Is this
really
a British
energy
thing?
efficient
Is
candles.
this a British thing?
I don't think we're supposed to do it for candles, but it probably came up and they filled it in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That could
Every
be on the
hole's a
back
goal.
of the penis candle.
Oh my gosh, what did I come back to? The
I
first
don't
thing I
even know.
heard. I don't know. I'm scared.
She's like, just when I thought I couldn't get any disappointed in more, disappointed in you too.
Thanks, Mama Wicked.
Yeah, well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that she's like the mom of the group.
Yep.
She's there to shame us.
I'm supposed to
into,
be the
like,
mom.
acting normally.
I make a lot of poor choices, though, to be fair. Disparate, that's full of drinks, right?
Yeah,
All right.
this is Maker's Mark.
Cheers, chat. Thank you for getting us to 500 likes. Maybe we'll take more after. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
It was a given with me anyway.
Blue-Eyed Scorpio's here.
I've been
Hello.
celebrating the death of Doctor Who.
Ooh, I forget how strong Kraken is.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I wondered where that was
I get
going
sick.
then. I forgot how strong my crack is.
Me too.
Always surprises me. Got stuck in a car once. It was easy to get out once I knew how.
Ooh.
Just got to use the right body parts.
Yeah, that seatbelt didn't stand a chance. Didn't have to wait for the fire brigade to cut myself out of that wreck.
Honestly, like I actually have a seatbelt cutter in my car. It's just you never know.
It's very Asian of you.
It's a seatbelt cutter, flashlight, and it blinks so that if there's like an emergency, you can use that to like get people's attention.
Good to be prepared for the
Oh.
inevitable.
You,
You're like, I am definitely getting stuck in this car when I drive it at some point.
you never know. Okay.
You
never
know. That's why you've got it there. It's like, this is a statistical certainty.
That's why I feel very represented. Hey, with my insurance, I have no at fault insurance for the first time. Every time.
How long do you need before you get that no claims bonus?
What do you mean? You just buy it. Right
Okay,
away.
our
You
insurance
buy
must
it.
be different. So over here, we get a discount on insurance if you have a no claims bonus for a certain amount of years. So if you haven't made a claim for a certain
Oh.
amount of years,
Oh, like I don't
that
have
we
any
call that-
claims. For cars at least. And
wait, no. You had to clarify that statement. Not for
my
cars,
house,
no.
I had a flood.
I have actually dismantled a yacht, but no car.
No, I had a flood, and then there was mold in the walls, so we had a house claim.
Oh no, just car
Oh, that's
insurance.
Car insurance. No. So I have never really had a car claim. But you can buy when you get insurance, like no at fault for the first time. So it's like maybe $80 a year for that, which is still cheaper than if you have a claim and they shoot it up by hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So I'd rather pay the 80 per year than I don't know how long that would cause your insurance to go up. So we're talking about stuff that people really want to hear.
Look,
Insurance.
The
X-ray girl
real.
crashing a car. That is prime comedy territory.
Hey,
I was expecting there was that time I drove off a cliff once because I was doing my hair.
oh my god, the most funny car crash, and it's not funny that there was a car crash.
That is an
it's funny-
amazing start to a sentence. The most funny car crash I've ever been in.
No,
It's
the
like you've
most
been in
funny-
multiple.
Sorry, the most funny reveal of a car crash. I was at a wedding. The best man is.
Why are you
Hey.
saying yuck in the DMs?
Oops.
Because
Me?
the picture that you sent.
Oh.
I just
For those that, Wicked is replying to the DM I sent of the candles in our private
In
chat
our
when she's
Twitter.
on the stream and could just tell everybody.
I already said yuck on stream. I just thought that I would.
Story.
Okay, back to your story.
Sorry, I'm in the disper queue. The best man was tanked, and he brings up the couple had gotten into a car accident a few years prior to the wedding, I think 2 or 3. And he tells everyone in front of parents, aunties, uncles, kids, the real reason that they got into an accident. This was during a snowstorm. So what they heard was they skidded, rolled a bunch of times, car was totaled. But no, apparently she was giving him a BJ.
Oh, no, that happens a lot, actually. There was even, over here, they used to, at some point they published accident insurance. You know, you have to write down what was the cause of the insurance and stuff. And sometimes they get you to draw what happened. One of them was, I was driving along the road, crashed into a car, and ejaculated through the sunroof. Because he didn't know the word ejected. It was like, he got the name wrong.
Oh.
But there was another one where they were like, I was driving home, I reversed into my drive, I reversed into the wrong drive and hit a tree I haven't got. And I'm like, wait. But there was one guy who was like, draw the accident, and he drew his perspective from inside the car with an old man's face on the windscreen. Like, bouncing over the windscreen.
Oh.
And it was like an artistic rendition of this guy bouncing over his car.
That is hilarious.
But I think my favorite one with council, they found council descriptions, and one of them was, what was it? Can you please come around and fix my drive? Because my wife fell over it last week, and now she's pregnant.
Damn, that drive got busy.
Hey, that is impressive for a drive. Yeah, there was another one where it's like, can you please come around and fix my oven because the dials are a bit loose, and last week it backfired and burnt my knob off.
Oh, that sucks.
Ow.
Now over, I don't know the language thing, but over here a knob is a dial that you turn.
Yes. But
I thought you were
a
making
knob
a...
is also something else.
No, it was. That was the thing. All the council things are like genuine problems people had. But, you know.
Can I show you something, guys?
Yes.
Diz sent
Difference
this in
between
my
British comedy and
Discord.
Seth Rogen's.
So there's Gwyneth Paltrow's satire prayer candle.
Wicked saw D's nuts and she couldn't contain herself.
The Bofa.
Yeah.
Both these nuts. These nuts.
Oh my gosh. I'm a
Thank
child.
you, Diz,
Sorry.
for sharing this.
Sorry, I'm a child.
I'm still working on my shot chat.
I like that she's got a prayer candle. Like, if you pray around Gwyneth Paltrow, you're going to hell. Like, that is a
Satan.
dirty wench.
No, I'm kidding.
She's
Kidding.
dirty. All right, let's see. What do we at least we got the topics in the title done. I know
Wicked's taking stock of the damage that we've done.
It's like I've lost control of these two.
Speaking of damage, EA has canceled their Black Panther
Does
game.
anybody, like, I saw
Mike
loads
cared.
of people going, I can't believe they've done this. Black Panther is a terrible character. He's one of the most boring superheroes to have ever... He is just a guy with claws. It's the most pathetic superhero of all time, and we're all supposed to think he's amazing because he had a Wakanda movie and died. And he's like, oh, we're going to make a movie about... Nobody cares about his game. Nobody was looking forward to a Black Panther game.
Black
some
Panther
people were.
too. It was
Who?
like...
Epic Mike. He was...
Because he wanted to troll play
We're not here to discuss Epic Mike's racism.
He really sees himself in Black Panther.
Yeah, it was like, finally, I've been represented. There's
He's
like 3 of me in this movie, in this game.
But they are still going through with these ones. Black Panther's going to be in this game, the 1943 Rise of Hydra.
What?
Yeah, so this is
I've
here.
never
This
even
is
heard of these games.
upcoming Marvel video games.
I've heard of Wolverine.
Who are the developers?
I don't know. Let's look into that in 1 second. I hope
The
this one is
Wolverine
good.
game had a
Blade?
trailer like 3 years ago. Is that still being made?
Let's see. Blade.
Like that, the Wolverine trailer is the only one I've ever seen out of that group. I don't.
God bless you.
What the,
God bless you.
you should be embarrassed at that sneeze.
Oh no, it's my Asian sneeze. It's fine.
Like
It matches.
if you're not in danger of like firing a lung out of your nose, it's not a proper sneeze.
That lungs don't
Okay.
fit in my nose, Disparu.
Yeah, it's because you don't have enough force between your sneezes. That's the
Yeah,
point.
that's not where I use my force. Go force yourself.
So the
There are
developers for
multiple layers to that comment. It was like, I was already considering what on earth you use your force with before the insult.
Sorry, Wicked.
no, you're fine. Arcane
I'm not sorry.
Studios
You should have drank more.
is the one doing the Blade game.
I thought that had been cancelled.
Hold on, now I have too many tabs open. I don't know.
Too many. She got like the grand total of 10 tabs. She's like, oh my god, my
Well,
computer
no,
might die.
I wanna go-
Disparu.
There we go. Let's see, and Wolverine game. Let's see.
Yeah, unannounced Blade game. Oh, Blade Runner game. Okay.
To be honest, a lot of these games could be fun depending on the story. Like if you do a Wolverine story, like
Until
Insomniac.
Dawn developer reportedly cancels Blade Runner. Okay, no, I keep typing Blade and everyone keeps coming up with Blade Runner.
All right, let's see what. So Insomniac is doing the Wolverine game.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer for that. I've
sure that'll-
never seen anything about an Iron Man game. Oh, we're finally getting our first look at it. That would make sense then. It's just not being shown at any point.
So
Wasn't
there's a lot of
the,
development. It's Sega
Black Panther was in development for
Sega.
like 3 or 4 years, and then because the studio closed down, that's why they're not making it.
What is
Yeah.
1943?
I'm gonna
Like,
look into that one. 1943 Rise of Hydra.
the weird thing about 1943, it is a really bad idea to make a game based around, like a comic period that people don't really. I would stick to the movies because they're going to be the most well known, not comics.
Skydance Interactive and what is that? Play on?
Well, what if Skydance?
One of these, I can't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat will know. But one of these publishers or one of these games did work with Sweet Baby Inc. So
Bleh. Now,
yeah.
has there been a recent Marvel Disney game that actually had been good? Because I know the Lego ones did relatively well, and that's probably the most recent that I know. Well, Marvel's Rivals, I guess.
Yeah, Rivals did really well, but that was because it was a foreign studio. I think it was a Chinese studio.
It's a Wolverine
And
game
so-
that Sweet Baby had a hand in. Okay.
It's like you can't really count those because they don't have the hang-ups of Western developers. You have none of the ideology. They just want to make something that works. And so they were more than happy to put like women with asses and like skimpy outfits in the game. So it took over. And people were trying it because the characters looked decent and they're actually willing to keep them to the source material.
It is
and then the
great
game turned out to be
marketing.
just be decent because it was a copy of Overwatch.
Hold
The-
on. And then Ian just did another one. Hold on. I missed this $100 super chat from Ian. Whoa. And
Firstly, it's pounds. That's 20% more. Thank you very much.
yes, pounds. So
That's
it's like-
proper money.
That's
like,
where I use my force, on the pounds.
You know
I'll
it's
do
proper
half
money because it's English, not
the
Scottish.
big chocolate. Not just that. Thank you so much. Hold on. I feel like besides the shot, you also.
I bet every time Ian buys anything, he feels ashamed that he has to buy it with great British pounds. Not saucy.
Sorry, I cut him off.
Not Scottish pounds.
But also, and I'm not skipping other chats, guys. Don't worry. And then for another £100, he says X-ray. Just do it. I'll do it with you.
For the next £100, he gets sued by Nike.
All right. Going for the second one.
All right. Cheers. Thank you, Ian.
I'm going to feel like a
on.
moose by the end of this.
And like I said, don't worry, guys. We're not
A
skipping the other
moose?
super chats. I'll get to them.
Yeah. Just
As the
big
Scottish
and-
guy said to the Canadian, if that's the size of your moose, I wouldn't like to see the size of your cat.
I finished the bottle after this one.
Cheers. Hold on. Waiting for X-ray. Just slam it. Okay.
I feel like I should pour this into a shot glass.
Cheers, chat. Also, do you like my sparkle nails?
Yeah, they're pretty. I love them.
I love my
Ready?
sparkle
Oh, wait for the sprue. He's pouring a shot.
Yeah. I have to pour it from a cup into a cup.
nails. I like that game. Cheers, chat. Thank you. It's a whiskey, so I'm gonna sip it.
Tastes like Orlando.
Oh, Ian says striptis, brew.
It's not
That's
been
true.
washed. It's like it just came from Orlando. All the filth and the grime of Orlando. Then my only hope is that the whiskey, it sterilizes everything. So I've only got like Sarah Sweeney? Sydney Sweeney's filth.
Are you drunk?
He's Sarah. He's
Yes.
mixing Sarah
It's like,
Shaheen
duh.
and whatever her last name is.
That
and
would be,
Sydney.
guys, Sarah Shahi and Sydney Sweeney. Can someone
Oh,
do
that
a
would be the
mix of the two just to see what they look like?
Sarah
Just
Shahi, Kate Beckinsale, and Sydney Sweeney's chest.
Kate Beckinsale's eyes, because I love her eyes.
And ass.
Yes. So
There's a
What-
reason why in the trailer of Underworld. Okay, so in the trailer of Underworld, there is a scene where it's just her ass opening some doors. And the director, who later became her husband, said, we are using this shot for the trailer. Like, she said, as the camera was lowered to my ass, it was like, we are using this shot for the trailer, you know. She's like, okay, I understand. It's like,
That is like key marketing. What things will attract people? What will that make their
Men.
heads literally turn? How many times have you seen a hot girl walk by? I've done this too, where you're like, damn.
oh, have you ever seen, there's a video of, it's a woman dressing in maybe, I don't know exactly what kind of age her fashion comes from, but it's more 70s or 80s ladylike fashion. She's got the hat on and stuff. And everybody is turning their heads and looking at her. Men, women, all of them. And it is, we have lost something over time from like, lost everything. Fashion, intelligence, just general conversation, language skills. But I think fashion is probably been the most destroyed. We kind of have the same fashion now we have in the 90s. For 30
Right
years.
now, yes.
Yeah.
So I think when Lululemon became a fashionable item, that's when it started going downhill.
Hang
Lululemon
on.
being leggings, sweats, and that was like a thing,
Oh, no.
right? No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no.
telling you, that's where it started going downhill, in my opinion.
I like to wear dresses
No,
like
you
it's
just like
the
spray
style for
painting
like
your arse on your
like
arse at that point.
50s and 60s, even like 70s, like dresses came back. I wear dresses a lot. You can ask my friends in everyday life a lot of the time, especially because I live in Florida now. I'm in a dress, whether it's like a casual dress or sundress or a nice dress. I just like to wear dresses.
Wicked just flexing on everybody. It's like,
I
I like
like
to wear
wearing
dresses
dresses.
too,
Ladies,
Wicked.
wear more dresses, please. And guys, what is that? Cloaks? Is that what you want to bring back? Cloaks?
It is a shame that Cutie Gatwa wears more dresses than your average modern woman.
Mike gets it.
He's more fashionable than most
Exactly.
women.
He loves a sundress.
I do love a sundress.
So does Mike. He should be the next Doctor.
Mike should be the next Doctor?
Yes. Why not? I mean, everyone
Let's
else has
petition
been.
for it.
Look,
Mike!
if Cutie can be Doctor Who, Mike can. Because before I'd be like, well, he's American. Yeah, Cutie Gatwa's a Rwandan. At this point, anyone can be the Doctor.
I could be the Doctor.
You know what? I would have been happier when
Wicked could actually be the Doctor. Wicked would genuinely be a better Doctor than like whatever effect. I always forget her
Whittaker?
name. Jodie Whittaker. Yeah.
Yeah, if Billie Piper came to be the Doctor after Jodie, I think the show might have been maybe not necessarily saved, but it would have had high viewership for the first episode at the very least. And then everything thereafter has to obviously it's story driven.
The Jodie era was so awful. Anyone that came after it would have a tough time to revive it. But people did give Jodie a chance. It's not like people like, oh, well, a woman can't be a doctor. People only decided that after they'd seen her and then realized that it completely and utterly changes the dynamic of the show. And then it's like, oh, okay, we realize now. But I do think Billie will be a better doctor than either Cutie or Jodie.
Yes.
I think that's just...
I agree, but it's just so hard after those many years of seeing how the show was treated.
It's lost the viewers, yeah.
You can't bring them back. It's too late to try to bring them back. They don't care. Because you never cared. I'm saying you as the show.
You can bring them back,
never
but
cared.
You would require a specific marketing push. And the specific marketing push would have to be, we reject everything that came before. We're not like that anymore. We're based as hell. And you would have to specifically and directly go against what happened and tell everybody. And you would have to go to war with your own law, essentially, and be willing to show everyone that you just don't care about it.
Staccato with the 99.99. He really wants X-Ray to take this shot. He sent this from his phone, which means he really means business. I think, right? Isn't that what it means when it's 99?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Staccato. I have to go get another bottle, so
Let
I
her
will be
get
back.
another bottle, and I'll play. Let's see. What do we have here?
Aw.
There we go. Well, we're waiting for X-Ray. Thank you so much, Staccato. She finally ran out of the... What? Oh, I don't want to know. Just was making
No,
that
I
face.
googled
Good.
Lululemon like things, and then I got a picture, and I'm like, I don't know how this is biologically possible.
I actually don't like Lululemon. There was a I'm sure they still do this. I think they're overpriced.
I
had
saw
a-
the price.
Well, no, I'm just saying my friend's mom threw like they would throw Lululemon parties, right, where you can like get a discount and buy the stuff. And I looked at stuff and I was like, it's all expensive. And the mom was like, oh, I'll buy you something if it's too much. I'm like, no, it's not. That's too much. I don't want to spend this on this. I could go on Amazon and get something like very similar for a lot cheaper.
Look, the worst ones are the
Maybe it was just that party though. Maybe,
I've
I just
seen
didn't-
leggings where they have like very clearly two different sorts of material.
Mhm.
One for like the leggings and one for the arse. I'm like, I don't think you realize what that shows about you. You were like, I need reinforcement to force my body into a shape that resembles a human being.
Yeah.
This is not what
So just
people like.
blame the Kardashians. Yes, Mongoose. The answer is always
No, just
yes.
if you're fat, wear fat people clothes like a normal person.
If you're fat, wear fat people clothes.
Yes, have some self-respect, people.
Well.
No, there is a specific line. Hang on. This is what I was recoiling at.
Oh.
This is a shape that should not exist in humanity. Because, okay, you've got... It's clearly holding in a lot. Like, this is doing a lot of work. I can see that. But then you have this shape. And I'm like...
That was weird. It's like the top is deflated.
It's like, what is that? It's like, that should be curved or it shouldn't exist. There is nothing. That is like, oh no, we just gave way. Like, that broke us. We have
Sorry,
stretched it here.
Hokies.
We have broken through into the next dimension.
Take it away. Oh, maybe Ezra. Yuck. A lack of a glute, yes. Squats.
No,
Do your
I'm
body
still...
I saw that.
and
That was
look, Ian,
disgusting.
I am going to say it, Ian, and I don't care. There is a character in in Coupling whose entire being is that her arse is slowly snacking from the fridge when she's not looking.
Bourbon.
It is the constantly ever-expanding arse. And now people are like, yeah, but that's a good thing, though. It is weird.
Just for you, Staccato.
Bottled
50%.
Does that say bottled in bone?
Bottled in bond.
In Bond?
James Bond.
Yeah, James
Bourbon
Bond?
whiskey. I got this
What is
in
that? Shot.
I've never even-
I need
In
to take a
Milwaukee.
shot.
In where, what?
I got it in
Reference.
Milwaukee when I went for the meetup at the.
I only know those as a drill company. It's like, I don't know apart from power tools.
I'm not doing shots, chat. Okay, I think
No,
I
I
want to go
mean-
back here soon though, because I want to get some more.
Yeah, I've not.
No, I'm not
we
saying
don't
you get
have
to
that
take
over here.
shots. Every time Disroot does a coupling reference, the chat needs to take a shot.
Okay, and also
The
I'm not
chat
doing
are
a
already
full one
pissed.
of this.
We've already established this. The chat were pissed a long time ago.
I'm doing a 3/4.
They watched Doctor Who as well. They needed it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a shot. Mine's a
I-
double shot glass, so that's why I did half of one, by the way. This is a big shot glass.
Mm-hmm.
I did a full one for that first one. I was like, that was a bad idea. So the second
No,
one
I
was
was-
just half.
Should I do... I don't know which one to do. The clear or the dark one?
Fine, I'll do one more.
I like a dark one.
Just for staccato.
You heard it here first, chat.
If you saw my dating history, it's mostly.
The big uns. What? There was a guy in Doctor Who.
Queen.
There were two people. And like, the only way he can fight that anti-gravity is because he's got a massive...
Wait, Ian, what do you mean? For F's sake, what?
No, I took
That- well-
I took one for you too, Ian. I'm saying
No,
staccato typically only asks for X-ray.
no, down, no.
Heel boy, heel.
Yeah, the thing, Ian is right. He donated 200s, and that is £100 proper money.
And
So
I took
if
a
you are
shot.
gonna do it, for $99.99, Ian is owed another one.
Fine. This one.
I got you, Ian. Despite the fact
Fine.
you're Scottish.
First one for Ian, and then I'll do
Look,
another
Ian,
one.
as long as you vote for independence, you've
Guys,
paid me back,
I'm
all right?
getting blown by my fan right now. It's feeling really nice. It's really really hot. In this
I can't even think of a response to that. I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh. All right.
even
So this
I have a
just wanted
fan
to
over
diffuse the
there, and even
situation,
I haven't
okay?
thought of that line before.
I just wanted to diffuse the situation.
It's like
I'm so
I
sorry.
definitely would have said that line if I'd thought of it previously. I need to
Wow.
know, chat. The
Cheers.
dark one or the clear one?
Cheers.
Dark one. Wait, we have to wait for Disbrew.
The dark one isn't any bigger, just so everyone's aware.
It just
Then
seems
and then we
bigger.
will catch up on super chats after this. I'll
It's
take
just
another one
because
for
it blends in
Shadow.
with the shadows.
This one
Wait,
will
guys.
be for Ian, a second one.
I'm gonna show you my fan. This is what I'm getting. Oh shoot.
That is a tiny, insignificant beast.
It feels good.
I have a tiny one too. Tiny fan.
It feels really nice on me.
I would show you my fan, but it would be way too complicated to unplug. It's got a lot of stuff on that plug.
Damn.
Oh, no, mine.
All the
Oh
holes
no,
are
mine
filled.
is an
right here.
industrial metal fan that like I could not talk over the volume.
Well, you don't
of it, and
have
it's
you don't
fine.
have air conditioning there, so when it's really hot there, you need something like that.
Yeah,
Like a fan
that's
that's gonna
because
blow you through
we
the
live
wall.
like men. We don't need any of this effeminate air conditioning.
Well, yeah,
We
but
don't-
does it
"Oh,
get
no,
to
I might be a bit
effeminate?
hot
Does
for a
it get to
time."
100
Rude.
degrees?
Don't let me sweat.
That is so rude.
We just survive in the dark depths of despair that is the UK.
But does the UK get to 100 degrees Fahrenheit like Florida? No, it rains all the time, and it's
I don't
like
know what 200 degrees Fahrenheit is. You're gonna have to
100.
translate that into
100.
actual proper
You know what
language.
I do? You know
what's
what I do? You
100
just
Fahrenheit to Celsius? Chat?
minus 30
You do
and
not
then
have
divide
100
it by
Celsius.
2.
Your blood would boil to death.
No, 100
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
200 Fahrenheit.
You said
too hot. You would
200.
die.
No, I said to 100. Does it get to 100? Is what I said. I said it fast though.
Well,
Like, does
the UK has 3 to 100 then, if we just want to lie to people.
Okay, so they say 42 Celsius is what 100 Fahrenheit is.
Because it's double plus 30-ish.
You're like, pour me another drink as I sit in 42-degree heat, except I'm not, because I'm in air conditioning where I've actually set to 18.
I'm getting blown by my fan. It's fine.
Look, it's
Okay, here we
it's a
go.
perk of the job, all right?
There you go. This one's for you, Ian. Don't be upset with me. I'll do the staccato one next.
I can't do any more after this, guys. I'm pretty tanked.
So I'm taking halves. Ooh.
Oh, that's strong.
I'm not taking halves.
He's like, I'm just drinking.
I'm channeling this Scottishman in me, because at some point I've definitely wiped out someone's lineage.
God, I've never had a Scottish in me. I don't think I can handle it.
Understandable.
came wrong.
Maybe is David Tennant Scottish? I'm not sure. I think there's been a few Scottish Bonds. Would you like a Bond in you? It's like,
Yes. Pierce Brosnan in his younger years. Thank you.
I'm not sure he's Scottish.
He is, isn't he?
David Tennant is Scottish. Would you like David Tennant to be in you?
Not today. Not today's
Okay,
David
so
Tennant.
Pierce Brosnan.
Is he
look at
Scottish?
his
He has to be
nationality.
Scottish.
Because I think, yeah, he's Irish.
Oh, he's
Because-
Irish. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
because if you remember, in the
Oh, because he has
current...
the Irish accent, like the.
Well, the
which
thing, people are like,
Irish
he's got
people
a
don't
crap
like.
accent. That's his accent.
Yeah.
Sean Connery, when he was younger.
Mm,
Richard Madden's Scottish.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Real quick to,
Yeah.
I'm
I'd
gonna start
be okay
calling
with
you
that.
Foo.
What's he done, though?
No, it's an inside joke. Just so the chat knows.
I'm Asian, never raised on milk.
Wait, do Asians not drink milk?
I don't know.
I mean, we did in our household. I
Do
think
they
I
just
probably
eat
don't
enough
freakishly
dogs that
large.
it's already, like, it within them?
No.
So, like, they get the milk naturally just because it's contained within the meat.
Chat's gotta take a shot. Richard Madden reference. What would X-ray girls be? I mean, I guess mine technically could be Buffy, but we'll go with Richard Madden. Could be Richard Madden or Buffy,
I'm looking up
and
his-
What do I talk about the
Uh,
most? Just dirty jokes?
Disparu would be
jokes.
coupling,
It's just anytime I see a dirty joke.
So what did you see him in that you liked him in then? Because, like, he's been in Citadel and Eternals.
who?
That
Oh,
one-
the first time I seen Richard Madden was Game of Thrones. He's the young wolf, and he was young.
But
then,
also,
too.
we have
I'm
bubble
scroll-
tea, which is milk.
Jesus. You've harbored this since 2013 and no one has replaced it.
I mean, before him it was Johnny Depp, but he's aged and he just you know,
So is it 2013?
I know. Listen,
His IMDb
what
is
I
quite
like.
surprising, actually. He hadn't really
Richard
done
Madden's
much
still
before
handsome.
he was in Game of Thrones. He was
He
like
He
a
is very
newbie.
handsome.
he's very handsome, and he dresses nice. I like it.
I'm still trying to figure out who my next like my version of
Celebrity
Richard Madden,
crush.
because it used to be Ryan Reynolds, but he's becoming super soy lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he has been the whole current drama has changed a lot
so-
of people's opinions.
Gross.
It really has. It really has.
To be honest, I would have maybe
I
been
know,
okay
Shane,
with
I
it.
know.
A whole type of dude if it got him to progress his business, because it makes sense type of thing. But
Yes.
to hear so much about his exploits and relationship with Blake Lively because she decided to make this a big thing, it's
Yep.
not sexy.
And that is why you wouldn't have minded if he was a man achieving, like advancing his career by acting like a man and like backstabbing people. But the fact that he's done it for a woman and she is clearly leading, like she wears the trousers and everything he did, he essentially
Because it was
destroyed his own
beta
career
behavior.
for a woman. And it's like, it's that makes people lose respect for him. It
Mhm.
is like, no, you should have been your own person. And when she came to you and went, I've been having this problem with a man before in my previous job and he won't let me direct it. It's like, told her to piss off. Like, why? She doesn't have a career anyway. Why would you destroy your massively more successful career for her? Like, no.
Is her snatch really that good? Sometimes I have to
No,
think that.
she's a 6. He can do better.
Real quick, some people in the chat were asking who Richard Madden is. This is him. He was the
Yeah.
young wolf in Game of Thrones. Most
He has the
notable-
massively successful career of the Eternals.
Oh, don't remind me of that. Okay, that's the only reason I watched it.
Look,
and it
you're
was
the one that
awful.
hasn't upgraded.
I don't need
There's
to
got
upgrade.
to be
He's still
more
cute.
attractive men than him
He's
in
still
Hollywood.
cute. There could be, but I
No, there
like
has
Richard
to be,
Madden.
though. Like, he's not even that great. There's got to be more attractive and successful people than him.
Okay,
can
I don't
have
know,
an
but I'll
upgrade.
guys,
be right back.
chat, help me find a
This is like the
new
people that are still on
flame
Kate
to
Beckinsale.
love.
It's like, no, you can upgrade. It's fine.
I need to know who to love in Hollywood. There's not many.
Well, I think you have the same problem that the guys do. That essentially, the guys have been stuck with women that aren't feminine and they're all kind of mid. And then the women are stuck with guys who are just all really effeminate. So nobody is allowed to upgrade to anybody. Like, what, you're going to Tom Holland? The guy that
Timothy
did a movie where he was
Chalamet?
bent up
Ew,
against a
Shane.
wall? Maybe you could upgrade to Pedro Pascal, the 50-year-old boozy bitch, as he called himself. Or
Honestly, if he shut his mouth up and was just his Game of Thrones persona, I would be okay with that. But no,
which one? Pedro.
Pedro. But he started talking, and then we figured out his personality, and that was
Even if he didn't talk, he would still be licking that glowing tube. If you got with Pedro, he would 100% cheat on you.
I mean, I
I-
wouldn't get with anyone in Hollywood, to be honest.
No, but we're just talking about celebrity crushes, not actual real life. Oh my god, I'm gonna run off with Pedro.
Yeah. If we're talking about one night
I think
stand,
your
I
main
wouldn't
problem
even
is
do
I would
Pedro.
stand more of a chance with Pedro than you would. I think that's basically the thing there.
Yeah.
I don't think
Pedro
you
would
have the
cheat on me
equipment to tempt
with a
him.
man.
It is basically I don't. You don't have the biological equipment to tempt Pedro.
Are you sure about that? No, I'm kidding. No. I'm
Scandalous.
kidding.
It's like
Oh my
revealed.
No, I'm full
X-ray
female. I
girl
promise you. But the funny part is, if that actually came out, I'd be like, so what?
Yeah, no, there is an element of that. I always remember something that Gary said. It was, I don't know whether he said it, whether it was just on a random live stream or something, but it's always kind of stayed with me that people don't actually care what you do. What they care about is if you lie to them. So people in the public eye can generally get away with anything as long as they've been honest about it. What people really don't like is if you pitch yourself as something and then it turns out you're the opposite. So if you pitch yourself as, a really Christian religious preacher, and then they find out you've been cheating on your wife, well, now they're gonna have a real big problem with it. But
Well,
if somebody if somebody finds out that someone has been like taking illicit substances, but at the same time has just told everyone, no one cares, because they already know. So you're only followed by people that agree. The worst thing you can do is lie to people rather than just being whatever you are.
And I totally agree with that because I'm one of those people who are like, show me, don't tell me. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Keanu Reeves. He doesn't do a lot of the super huge press things that, and obviously his ideology. I don't even know if people know his politics.
I have no idea what he believes.
I'm great with that. I don't care about that as an actor or actress.
No, but he does seem to be a really nice person, because I have seen stories where he was filming a movie and no one knew where he was. He just didn't turn up for work. So they went out looking for him, and they found him on a street talking to a homeless guy. And he was just like sitting on the street. No, he was just sitting on the street talking to this guy and like feeding him, because at some point in his life he was homeless as well, and so now he'll just like help them. There's a thing where every birthday he goes to a specific cake shop and buys a little cake, because that was his tradition that he always did when he was homeless. And so, like, this is you even find when he became successful, he would always buy the crew Rolexes or various different things when the movie was there. He at one point, what was it? I think it was for the one where he was a lawyer. What it's called? Devil's Advocate. The other guy, Al Pacino, wouldn't do the movie because he wasn't going to get paid enough. So Keanu took a lower amount of wage to get Al Pacino on board, and when Al Pacino found out, he donated the money to charity, like the difference, so that because he found out the other guy sacrificed his wages. So his entire career, he's always been a genuinely decent guy, and you can tell whether someone's genuinely decent versus just like
because
because he did it anyway without all the publicity. People only found this out afterwards.
I don't 100% always believe those people who are like, I'm an advocate of this, I'm this, I donate to this. I'm like, okay, like Amber Heard, for example, during her trial, do you remember how she said that she committed money to a cause, but they never received funds?
Oh
yeah. I remember that.
I've donated the money to charity.
That scene or that part of the court case will live rent free in my head forever. Like, did she or did she not like do?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
As far as I'm concerned, 100% yes.
She didn't not. That's a good way to put it.
Did you do that? Yeah, absolutely. It's
the charity of Amber Heard.
But there's other things though. Now it was for John Wick 4. So even now it's going on. There's just a random video that exists of when they're going up. You know, remember the stair scene where he's fighting a lot of people up the stairs and he gets knocked down to the bottom and he has to start again.
I was laughing.
Well, yeah, but when they're filming that, there's a camera video of him and all the crew walking up carrying all the gear to the top of the stairs, and this camera guy comes down, sees Keanu Reeves carrying all like big boxes, and they try and take it off him, and just like shakes his head and carries on carrying them up to the top. This is a guy that engages with the workers and does what everybody else does.
Because guess what?
And
if
that
it
gets a lot of
moves
respect from
faster,
me.
everyone gets to go home earlier.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's more the fact that he just... I am not an equality person. There are some people that are just superior to others. But the fact that you can still be superior to the rest of the staff and will still help them voluntarily for no gain means a lot to me.
Well, because the thing is, I think Keanu, and it's crazy because there was a rumor that, and I think this is true, my art school, he did not get into the art school for acting, which is wild. And so he had seriously humble beginnings. Like, he could have just continued trying forever and ever. You know, Hollywood's not easy to get into. And so because
he was homeless at one point. He definitely failed in life.
To go from that to where he is now, and that he's still remaining true to his roots and understanding and empathetic and sympathetic, it's not a quality you see often. And you have to be super genuine because you'll know over
It's
time.
like the Underworld creators. There's a few of them. One of it, like, there was the guy that married Kate Beckinsale or whatever. There was the other guy who was like this big black dude who he always talks like this in all the movies, and like this must be a fake voice, but it's actually just his voice. The audio commentary for the first Underworld movie is incredible. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend it. Because they talk about all the problems that they had filming this movie for basically next to nothing. I think it had $26 million, and anyone else in the industry told them it would take $80 million to film Underworld 1. And they said when they were writing the scripts, they didn't have enough money to drive to each other's houses to write the script. So they would take it in turns every week to drive to the next guy's, buy the other's pizza, and that's how they wrote the movie. And there is definitely something, especially in Hollywood, of the story of people that came from nothing and made something successful anyway that hits properly compared to what it is normally of just... I think Hollywood is filled with people where there's so much money floating around, it didn't matter what their talent level was. They would always hit the minimum level of success in order to be successful. And so they could just coast along. And that's why now we've dropped and Hollywood isn't in the stage it is. You can't have those, like, essentially leeches anymore. Now you've got to be genuinely talented in order to rise above the level to be successful.
And that's why I really like
they need to purge everybody.
Indie movies, because same thing with indie developers of games, because there's a passion that has been lost with Hollywood and AAA gaming that you don't see from them versus like when I was at PAX, just talking to some of the people about their games, you could tell a difference. Also, would the developers of AAA games come to some of these events? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not.
Well,
would they talk to people? Probably not.
It's a bit like Night Rain. I've seen a lot of people go, well, you know, it's just a mod. It's like, yeah, but this isn't the studio, right? This isn't From Software, the big company making a game. They had a new guy, and they're like, well, we're testing him out. We're just getting to make something. And so they gave him very few resources to just make whatever he could. And he made Night Rain, which is why all the stuff's reused. He had very low budget. He used the assets and the equipment he essentially already had access to, and then made an entirely new concept. And I think the concept is great.
It's like Fortnite mixed with Elden Ring, mixed with well, now you don't have fall damage. I thought that was actually really cool.
Well, it was needed for the pace, right? So he's willing to he plays his own game, realizes the problems that the old system had, and updates it for the new system. But I think to call it like a mod and stuff is it's unfair for what's been made. It isn't entirely. I see it more as an expansion. And expansions used to be about half the price of a previous game, which is what this falls in line with.
A DLC, almost.
I prefer expansions to DLC, because expansions were like, this could be a full game, but we've taken a load of stuff from the original, so it didn't cost us as much. So because if you take the Baldur's Gate expansion, it's as big as the original game, but because it used a lot of the original assets, they could, and like coding and engine and stuff, it didn't take them as long, so they could make the same size of game for half the price. And I think that's what you've got here. And I think it's weird that we've entered a time where it just being like, people are like, well, it looks like Elden Ring and plays like Elden Ring. It's like, it's called Elden Ring, Night Ring. And I think we've lost the tagline of expansion pack, which we used to have.
I think it's like bosses on steroids.
That happens on the
in Night Rain, because you're hunting, trying to get more runes, and if you get more runes from bosses,
I see it as like Elden Ring, but a compressed thing and co-op. I think it's fun.
And it's just a whole different type of strategy, because I mean, as I said earlier, the only way I was good at Elden Ring was the fact that I could level up. Like if I couldn't beat a boss, I went to farm for more runes to level up and come back. But hey, I'm not high level enough for maybe Night Rain. Maybe.
I've always had a problem with like Souls-like difficulty because it's not really difficult. It's memorization. If you know the moves, and so you're like, oh, when he does this, I need to dodge. It's more like it's a memory test. When this person does this, I need to do this.
Memory, though.
Yeah, but I don't think that's difficult as such. It's more like repetition, and you'll get it eventually. And so I don't think it's necessarily hard so much as
I like it hard.
if you just repeat it often enough, you'll be able to do it.
Repetitiveness is needed in Elden Ring. Fact.
Yeah, what you need is to be repetitive, consistent, and hard, and then your X-ray girl's perfectly person.
Hey.
Look, you're the one that said it. I was like, how on earth can I? Like, I was
You got her
listening to what
button
you
back.
said, and then I talked over it. Like, I've got to merge that in somehow.
But like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Guys,
Blake Lively is a slag that should never work again. I am okay with him working again, not Blake Lively.
I loved her in Gossip Girl. I liked her
I've never watched
in...
Gossip Girl.
Well,
I'm
it's not a show
shocked.
for you. I liked her.
I've watched the entire CW series. You take that back.
That's true. He actually watched Vampire
true.
Diaries, okay?
I've watched
It
all
was
of the
good.
Vampire Diaries. I watched all of the Librarians, and I've
didn't watch
watched
that.
the new series of the Librarians.
Dang, he likes his librarians. Okay.
Hey, no, the Librarians is actually even the new Librarians is something where you can clearly tell it's been updated for a modern audience, but it's one of those things. It has messaging, but I can't really disagree with the messaging. Like in the last episode, episode
horrible
4
messaging.
the last episode. It's typical family entertainment. So yeah, you can tell that, we've hand-selected this entire cast to be as diverse as possible, right? But the message of the last episode was we met Cupid, and Cupid was really pissed off that we'd replace dating with apps and algorithms, and he felt that that couldn't actually replicate love, and so he just kind of gave up. And the message that he gave to people was maybe you shouldn't listen to maths so much as like what happens in your life and the signals you get from other people. Like, it is messaging, but it's messaging that I agree with, so I don't care.
Yeah.
And this whole point, David Moffat said that all storytelling is morality storytelling, and I agree. You will always give a message given to you. The only thing that matters is it correct? Like, do you agree with it or not? And that's what we care about.
And that's why I like really vague messaging versus like very super specific stuff that we're getting nowadays. So
this is a cultural difference, and it's taken me a long time to learn it. And it's only from like repeated conversations with Americans I've even learned it's a cultural difference. That Americans are very much, I should be able to act however I want, whenever I want, at any time that I want. And that is not what English people are for. I think there is a correct way to behave, and you should behave in that way. And if you don't behave in that way, you should be punished. And the thing is, that never used to be a problem in England because everyone was English. So everyone acted as English people all the time. It was only when other people came in, it was like, okay, well, if you're not going to act English just by genetics, well, now you're going to have to be forced. And I do believe there's a correct way to behave. It's the concept of freedom. Okay, so you have the freedom to do anything, or you have the freedom from certain things happening to you. Nobody wants to be punched in the face. This is a freedom from being punched in the face. I think I should have the freedom from having to suffer insufferable people who are just acting uncivilized. Whereas the Americans are like, I think I should have the freedom to behave however I want. And the longer I've gone on, realize I am very English. And I am not American at all.
and did grow up in England for reasons.
Well, no, but the thing is, and I think the Americans have this the other way, because of our history and where we came from, Americans are essentially English. You were colonized by England. The genetic heritage of American is English in the main. And it is just, we are such different people, like genetically different people. And I don't think I ever really appreciated that until I started having streams with so many Americans.
Interesting. I guess the interaction with them has really encapsulated the differences between countries. Because I think maybe this is a Canadian thing, is just you do you. I'm going to exist over here as long as you don't bother me. I'm happy with that type of behavior.
That's more American. And I think Canadians are more American than English.
Oh, absolutely. Even though we have the Queen.
Yeah. But
Or king, I guess.
The Queen,
the
Queen King is essentially a figurehead at this point. It doesn't really have any power, doesn't really affect anything. But I think society and like culture is passed down genetically of.
Well, you're taught it from a very young age.
No, I don't think it's taught. I think it's genetic. So think of it this way: you have like a genetic pool of people in a society, and then the best, most successful people. Well, no. The best, most successful men in that society are the ones that get wives and breed and pass down their genetics. So, over time, any culture will tend towards the most successful people. Well, the most successful men, which are the most successful traits. And so you end up with genetically breeding traits into a culture. I don't think there is any difference between a people and a culture.
We need to do twin studies, separate them at birth, one in UK, one in America, and see if there's actual difference in this, because I'm actually curious.
That would be really interesting. I'm not being sarcastic. I think that would be really interesting.
It would be interesting, because because you can't actually do this on purpose. It's case studies, of course.
You could. It would just, people would moan about the morality.
It's
but I think the morality is worth less than the results you would achieve.
Yeah. My favorite twin story, and I don't remember, it was boys. One was brought up like super German. One was brought up super Jewish. Obviously, at the time, like this was 30, 40 years ago, there was a lot of tension between those two groups. But weirdly enough, they were quite similar, if it wasn't for the stuff that they were brought up with.
They're all, I don't know them off the top of my head because I don't know the studies well enough. There are already like scientific, statistical things of the separation between genetic behavioral traits
versus cultural,
versus cultural.
RADA, yeah.
As far as I'm aware, it's at least 60% biological.
There's some biological and then some cultural. Absolutely.
Well, there's always some and some, but you have a primary thing, and I think the primary thing is biological, because you can pick up people from the other side of the world, you move them to your country, they just behave the same. This has always been the case. Everybody knew. The most amazing thing about modern society is that we have forgotten what people knew for thousands of years. Like, we play games like 40k, right, where they will find civilizations from thousands of years ago. This is advanced civilization. Like, how does that even happen? Like, no, this is happening now. It's like, you can go back and read Aristotle, and you will find things that he knew about your civilization that you do not know. It's just lost information.
Okay, now we're getting into some conspiracy theories, because if we look at things like the pyramids and some of the structures that were put up, it's like impossible to do now. So is this encoded in our genes to be able to do this one day? I have no freaking clue. Are we that talentless now that we have more technology? I mean, even now, we're talking about AI prior to FNT and how people will just put prompts in AI to code for yourself. Will people actually know how to code in the future? I don't know.
No.
Well,
probably not.
There will be a few people that do. Most people. If you assume that AI continues on the path to where it knows coding, there is absolutely no reason for most people to learn it, so most people won't. So we'll end up with a few people that control the AI that know it, and everyone else won't. There is the thing about stupid and not smarter, you can prove this. Go on YouTube, look up any interview from 60s, 70s, 80s. The people are smarter than you are. They talk better, they're smarter, they're dressed better. Their language skills are higher than yours.
Look at
there
the
is definitely
music
something
and the
that's been
movies
lost.
we have today.
Well, you have to think, before the 1990s, every single decade, they had their own music. They had their own style, their own fashion. They had their own culture. The culture has been the same since the 1990s. It's just got more feminine over time. We have sat in the same place repeatedly. And the issue is, you can come out and you can talk about this and you can complain about this. But if you do, they'll be like, oh my God, you're so misogynistic. It's like, oh, but you're speaking against the culture. You are the man that cannot be named. And so you're not even allowed to talk about the effects of the thing causing the problem, because then you are considered the problem. And that's one of the things that's
Questions are
happened.
dangerous.
Well, it is a case of, if you are rocking the boat in the current dynamic, you are essentially excommunicated from the ability to do it. And that's why it's so interesting when things hit a dead end of money, and people are like, well, you have to go back. Well, now you're like, well, how far do we go back? Were the problems in the 90s, or were the problems in what caused the 90s? Because if the 90s led to now, well, what led to the 90s? How exactly far do you want to go back to the point where we can go on a different course? Because if you go back to the 90s, you end up where you are now, right? Because we've been fixed since that point.
Yep.
My issue is, I find all of this interesting, and it seems like a lot of people are like, well, I don't like where we are now, but I don't want to talk about how we got here or what the problems are.
No, they don't.
I just want it fixed.
Enough.
And so you hear conversations of, I want entertainment fixed because I want better writing. It's like, well, what do you mean by better writing? I don't know. Like, well,
yeah, I think so. I get what you're saying about forwards. Like the like, I guess, cultural shifts that happened in the 90s. But I think like the 90s, even arguably the early 2000s, were the last decades where there was actually trends that were set, in that time. Like 90s grunge music was a big thing, and there was definitely like a specific way people dressed and everything, just like in the 70s and 80s, 60s, all that. But I feel like after, like, I want to say like 2010s and up, it kind of, what became popular was retro stuff. So people were like, oh, they want to dress 90s, they want to dress 80s. So yeah, that's what I think, that people started just kind of losing creativity. But I do get what you're saying, because there was a big, the progressiveness kind of started in the 90s.
We don't have to work as hard in order to live now. And so where do we put our energy towards? And I think that's what we're seeing today versus however many years ago, and the trickle effect that we're at this point. And it kind of sucks, because I'm going to represent the normies. We never really cared. We just saw surface level. We never progressed into deeper understanding and knowledge. And that's why I really like a lot of these YouTube channels where I can be like, for example, why did I not like the sequel trilogy? And then you can go into a deep dive, and there's been so many people who have been turned on to these YouTube channels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you're like, you're putting the pieces together. Now I understand. Because when you look at this problem, you're like, what is connecting all the dots? I'm not seeing what's connecting it. And some people aren't able to. And that's not a bad thing, especially for normies. You're a busy person.
No, I 100% get that. A lot of people do not care. They want to watch the next Marvel movie, which is amazing, and they have every right for that to be the case. Their only job in life is to care whatever about the quality of whatever entertainment comes across their door. It's just essentially my job is to wonder about what makes good stories, right? And it is the more time I think about it, the more time it goes further and further back, and it's like, well, we've been stuck in the same rut since the 90s, and it's not just entertainment; everything seems to have been stuck since the 90s. Rather than being, what next revolutionary, boundary pushing thing are we going to do next that's going to launch us into the next kind of improvement, just seems to be, how can we take what we've got now and make it a bit better? It's like, well, most things aren't going to be better, actually. Most things are going to be degradations. And there seems to be an assumption in Hollywood that over time things improve. It's the progressive march of history. Everything always gets better. No, actually, if you just leave things, most things rot. Most things, your house rots, your industry rots, your company will be destroyed. If you don't actually maintain it and improve it and keep going, it gets destroyed. And I feel like that's where we are. Rather than thinking we're advancing into the future, we got stuck in a single belief system where we're just rotating around when everyone's scared of offending everybody. So no one's actually improving or advancing anything. And it's like everything's degraded in that time and got stuck in the same place. We have no new fashion, no new music, no new movies. Like
Innovation is gone.
which
Yeah.
if you look at how long cowboys and Indians lasted as a genre compared to how long like superheroes have, it is ridiculous. And people are like, well, what's going to come after superheroes? Is it cowboys and Indians? No one's come up with anything new. No one's innovating. We're just like in a loop, essentially going round and round in circles of history.
It is a negative feedback loop. Oh,
It
damn.
is, but nobody. The issue is no. You will inevitably get that if everyone's equal, then no one can create anything new, because everyone's exactly the same as everyone else. You have to have hierarchy in order to advance people, because if you think about it from an evolutionary perspective, okay, so the human race as a whole will generally like a solidified mass of people which are all the same that likes advancing into the future, because this is the stable group of people that will keep your species going. And then maybe you want like 20% of people all innovating, and a lot of those people they'll like burn out, they'll be crap, they won't do anything, they'll be evolutionary dead ends. But then a couple of those people, they will lead you into the future. They'll create the next path of human civilization that the huge mass follows, because those successful people will breed more than anybody else, and you pass on your species in the future. So you want a load of people that don't innovate with a few people that do, that advance you into the future. And
Leadership.
What we have done in civilization is banned those few people. They're too risky, they're too dodgy. We can't do those. They're saying things we don't agree with. And so you essentially cut off evolutionary advancement from the human species. And it's just, you have to take risks for any of this stuff, and you don't take risks in the current civilization. It's like, no, we want to
absolutely
stick
not.
to the 80%.
The fact that they're using current IPs in order to propagate possible successes, it's not a model that works successfully these days. Clearly, it worked for a little bit and then it stopped working because whatever they were putting alongside these popular IPs were not things that people enjoyed. And here we are where we're having difficulties creating top tier entertainment, whereas indie stuff, I think, is doing obviously better, or at least more entertaining in my eyes. So
Yeah, I just think the reason why I find like Korean or Japanese entertainment so much better, whether it be live action or anime, is just because their people act like actual human beings. So they are trying to represent the way genuine humans would react in the situation of the fantasy that they create. And when I watch Western entertainment, it is, I'm watching some unknown mythological entity react to a strange situation. And I have women acting like they would never react. And I have men acting like they would never, like the men are cowering behind the women and the men are grabbing the babies and running away. This would never happen in civilization. And I have, the one compliment I could give the last episode of Doctor Who is it gave Belinda a genuine female hero moment, which I did not expect. And it is, her baby is about to die. It's clearly not her baby. It's not Indian blood at all. But her baby is about to die. And she says, I will go into this thing to try and save it. It's like, look, it doesn't need you in there. It will survive on its own. And she's like, no, I want to be with it. Despite the fact the civilization is dying, I don't want it to be alone. It's like, look, if this fails, that baby will fade out of existence and you will be trapped in there alone for the rest of eternity. And she's like, that is a price worth paying to know that my baby will not be left alone for the rest of eternity. I would rather sacrifice my own safety to know that my baby will never be left alone. And like, that is based as hell. That is what a mother should be for. And we have left the point where people act how they would according to their roles just to create whatever mythological entity Hollywood thinks they should achieve.
Yep, I agree.
We got to catch up on super chats. We're way behind.
Are you sure?
Sorry, I've been drinking out of my Orlando shot glasses.
You're fine. Well, blame Florida. It's fine.
It tastes of Florida. It's got the same amount of filth.
Hey, it's not that bad. Okay, it depends on where you go.
No. To be fair, like whenever I come back from Orlando, I'm like, Jesus, this is a crap hole. Like, England is a lot dirtier than Orlando, all right?
Okay.
Oh, it is, and Vegas. So that should be saying something.
So you're saying, you said the London and Vegas are dirtier than Orlando?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yes, both of them, and the way back.
I've never been to either, so.
On both times coming back from Las Vegas and Orlando, I've been like,
Damn.
it's not nice.
It's not nice. Lucifer the Doberman for 5. I hate bringing this up, but who has a better
Sydney.
pack? Wicked or Sydney? Chat, we need your opinion. Thank you so much for bringing this up. I'm not uncomfortable at all.
I was going to say, I don't think Sydney has ever. I don't think Wicked has ever explicitly shown it, Sydney.
I have not.
I'm gonna say Disparu. You're welcome, chat.
There you go. Quality X-rated.
Oh wow! What?
This is the issue. Look, women are like, oh my God, I can't believe a man did that. No man cares about.
No, it's not that. It's just the first time I've ever seen you do that.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you did that.
No, there's no, like, look, there's a whole thing about, oh my God, a man might be in the women's bathroom. I have been into men's bathrooms with the various different cleaners there. You walk in, and every time you're just going to the bathroom, right? And they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna leave in a sec.
Oh my God.
Men do not care about being naked around other people. It's not a thing.
Women are the same, but usually around other women.
Yeah, men don't care either way. Because I think it's just because there's not really much threat of like anything happening to them. Except in prison.
Then they're shooty.
No, that's only in prison.
That's true.
Yeah. Don't go to Scottish prison, Ian.
Oh, God.
Cutie might be gither.
Justin Martins for 5. I'm just joining in, and X-Ray Girl's talking about boob milk. Sigh.
She always is. Like, we can't stop her. Every time we start the stream, she's like, oh, do you want to talk about my boobs? Like, no, please, for once in the entire stream, can you stop talking out your chest? Like,
And also-
nobody is interested in your tits.
Well,
Like,
we
no
were on the topic of the boob milk that we were talking about an hour and a half ago. The kid thing is an inside joke, and this Bruce is just very good at acting. I said that in the chat, but I don't know
you
if you
should
guys
see
got
what
it.
I say about X-ray girls, kids.
Yeah,
got
they
a
go down
hole
the
in her.
toilet.
Yeah, it's like, look,
Raceland Magier for 2 says Bella Ramsey could launch 1,000 ships to go away.
exactly.
Oh
my god, hold on.
Homelander is showing the chat.
Because the
Think of
boob
it-
milk.
The most amazing thing about Homelander is he is still pissed that people like him. I have never seen a TV show
so
where an actor is
stupid.
pissed off that people like his character. Like, you're not supposed to like it. He's supposed to be an arsehole that everyone despises. Like, yeah, but people like you.
There's like a certain confidence that he has that is very attractive, I think, for some people.
He can't.
I don't know.
Manic Pixie fangirl. He's unleashed his real self.
I
He's being
genuinely
him.
think that there is just something inherently repulsive about leftism that people don't like. And I know a load of people are going to disagree. And the thing is, every time I've had a conversation with what most people would call a leftist, you talk to them about what they believe, and they're not. They just don't know. They're not actually politically active enough to correctly diagnose is probably the wrong word, but correctly know what they believe and where that sits in the spectrum. I don't think where current morality stands is at all representative of most people. And I even think that you can track my channel versus a certain Twitch person that I'm not going to tell you, But I used to watch this guy's live stream on Twitch regularly, and he used to be like, "Oh, anyone's welcome in my live stream." And then he went down a path which is about as extreme as you can get, and I went down the exact opposite path. I'm a lot better than him. And it is Twitch bet on most people being one way, and you can look how Twitch are doing. Twitch are not financially.
Yeah. It's
Twitch
all
are
ads
not financially
these days.
accessible. Twitch are not on the right side of history.
But that's unfortunate.
There are some people
Yes,
where
staccato.
they're like, no, I think this person is faking something for belief, so I don't think I believe on it. Trust me, I believe everything I say in my videos. 100% of the time, I will double down on everything I've ever said. I don't think certain people are on the right side of history. Put it that way.
Yeah. I just recently went back to Twitch, just like multi-streaming for like gaming, and I do Wicked Throw on there too, and it's, I don't know. It's not the same, but it also was kind of like there's a reason why I stopped streaming on there for like a couple years.
I
YouTube is
used to be
still
on-
king as far as like getting people to find you and easier for people to access, I think. But
it's not even that for me. I used to be on Twitch all the time. I really like the Twitch culture. I like the chat culture. I like the emote culture. The way that you can kind of transition from being you've got 18 viewers to being 200 viewers, and you transition from I can read every chat to I can just read emotes, which I think is what Mike's struggling with in his current chat on YouTube. You can do everything on Twitch. The issue is Twitch is so biased in one way, and it is entirely one way.
That's the problem.
The moderation won't let a certain type of person ever succeed on Twitch, and you are seeing that now. And this is the most like tepid of people. Asmongold is not severely one way or the other. Tectone is not severely one way or the other. And even they have run into the point where, like, well, I'm going against Twitch's points. No.
Yeah. MacFly for 2, thank you so much. Sorry, you guys, we're catching up now. I know we're like way behind.
It's
Excuse me.
okay. She'll make us catch up.
Yeah. Tried water.
Mom has entered the chat.
Everybody pay attention. Tried water buffalo milk makes expensive cheese. No, I have not.
I am
MacFly.
surprised there isn't a breast milk cheese. Like, that is a gap in the market.
Just wait until Sydney Sweeney gets pregnant.
Well, I think it's probably a point that I don't think you could probably produce enough milk in order to make it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I do, because there's a reason you have
I
2 nipples,
do.
not 6. Like,
yeah, I know.
pigs-
Cows can
Well, yeah,
produce
cows,
quite
pigs,
a bit
they have
more
more
milk.
nipples because they have more children.
I love how you went to
Humans are
pigs
designed
first.
to strongly look after one at a time. Maybe 2.
Uh,
That's why you can swap them.
Carlos Lima says, "What about Isabella's sermon for Zelda?" I don't know who that
Isabella's
is.
sermon. I don't know. I'm willing to Google hot women, though.
He's like, "You're twisting my arm,
Look,
Carlos."
It is a tough job, but I'm willing to do it, all right? I will do it for you. No. Look, it's not exactly that I'm against the idea. I'm just against generally the idea of casting 5s and 6s in Hollywood at all.
Still
I
better
think
than
every single
casting a
person in
man.
Hollywood should be a 10. Everyone. Except, you do have, like, stand-up comedians. There's an advantage to being an ugly, weird-looking person. Right? But if you're supposed to be the tits and ass of a film, you should probably be.
Like Sydney Sweeney.
I don't think she's
Yeah.
a 10.
No, I don't either.
I think her chest is a 10.
Yeah. Fair enough. John Thomas has been a member for 15 months. Thank you, John. YouTube is getting as bad about AI accounts as fascist book. Getting hard to tell, especially, I like that. Especially if it's just a voice. No, Seth Rogen was never funny. Thank you, John.
There was a time on YouTube where I kept getting AI accounts recommended to me in my feed. And every time I like realized there's a cadence which humans don't do that AI does. every time it happened, I clicked off it.
It
So
sounds so
understand them.
robotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand them not wanting that in their feed and wanting humans.
A lot of Facebook is like that now, unfortunately.
Not on Facebook.
I
but-
think that the companies will over time continue to try and filter it out, and they won't succeed. Over time, it will get worse and worse. But I think they'll try.
Absolutely. So
Mark Aureli for 2. Thank you, Mark. Wasn't Seth Rogen related to some older stars? I mean, it would make sense, and that's how he got it. Because he started I think Freaks and Geeks was the first show he was on, which was fine. That's like a cult classic now. Show was all right. I liked it.
When I googled how did Seth Rogen get into Hollywood, it came up how did Seth Rogen lose weight?
well, maybe
Maybe
that's
it
how
was
he got
fat.
into Hollywood.
Jason
He
Webster,
carved
thank
his
you for
own path, transforming from fresh-faced actors on Freaks
Oh, okay.
to
So
a
he didn't
powerhouse
have.
in the entertainment industry.
So he didn't have. Okay.
It
Alright.
seems like he
just
made
went-
his own way. Yeah.
Good for him.
Jason,
That's what
thank you
the
for another
AI
5.
tells me.
And AI is never wrong, clearly. Highly recommend K-Dramas 9 Puzzles on Disney Plus and Our Unwritten Soul on Netflix.
9 puzzles.
Thank you, Jason. And we know that Dispu's writing it down right now. Do you want me to pull it back up?
Well,
You
this
got
is
it?
the thing. I don't know Disney Plus K-dramas because I know they invested in a lot of them, but I've never watched any. What was the Netflix one? I looked up 9 puzzles, but I'm not
It
what
was
Netflix one
oh
was.
shoot. I forgot.
I assumed that Wicked would be able to just click
No,
whatever.
I
she
always
just-
unstar so that I know where I'm at with super chats.
Why don't you
Nice.
go search and just drop it in the
It was Soul.
private chat?
I will go on Wicked's channel and I will look up the previous.
Okay.
I just pulled it up so you can see. Yeah, it'll. Sorry. This is the retarded game. Retarded gamer for 2. Tagged X-Ray Discord. Did my own search. Oh, we did catch
Which we
that.
showed.
Thank you,
Yes,
Diz.
thanks,
Yes.
Diz.
Thank you. Psychotic Mongoose for £5. I'm starting to think I have enough clips from this stream for the whole week at this point. So thank you. Well, you're welcome. We tried
You're welcome.
our best. Duppy Rider for 5. I really want Disprue to read the reviews of those candles. Oh my gosh. Maybe on his channel you can
A
do
special.
a special, the Disprue candle special. That sounds really
don't
dirty,
know
but it'll
about
get
that
clicks
one.
probably. Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, Our Unwritten Soul seemed to be one of the
That was it.
the romance ones. The Koreans really love a romance drama, is what I've learned. That is not my type at all. The romance dramas. There was one where it was like this woman it can expel any ghost from a place, and this guy stumbles across it, and he's like Sherlock who meets a medium that can expel ghosts. I'm like, they
Sarah,
really like their romance stuff.
They do. Sarah 308 for 5. Hey, Disprue, I started rereading Wheel of Time because of your reviews of the show. What was
Why?
ruined worse, Wheel of Time or Lord of the Rings? They did Wheel of Time so darn dirty.
Okay, firstly, I'm wondering why you started rereading Wheel of Time from my reviews when I only reviewed up to like season 2.5. Secondly, it depends what you care about. So, Wheel of Time was done more dirty if you care about the lore. If the lore is your primary thing, then Wheel of Time had all the books written for them. Everything was spelt out exactly as it would happen. It was a historical documentary, essentially, which they destroyed, perverted, and made up their own story for. Lord of the Rings is the worst, more boring show. So if you're reviewing it from a television standpoint, Rings of Power is worse. If you're reviewing it from what perverted and destroyed the lore the most, it's 100% the Wheel of Time. Lord of the Rings had gaps in their history that you could make up anything for, and Rings of Power just happened to make up trash. But there was a gap there that they could fill in. Wheel of Time is 100% written down exactly what happened. There is no given sway. So yeah, I also think the Wheel of Time is easier to adapt because it's got more source material. So the only thing you had to decide is what do you cut. Whereas Lord of the Rings, you had to create new things to put in the place. So Lord of the Rings was the harder job Wheel of Times was the easier job, and Wraith would have destroyed either of them, and I hope he never works again in the history of his career.
Damn.
Dang. TJ, thank you for the $4.99. There was a Guardians game that was pretty good. At least I enjoyed it. I don't think I didn't play that one. I don't know if
I know
seen
the
any-
game.
I didn't play
Didn't
it,
play it,
but I
right.
heard a lot of positives.
Yeah, it was kind of a lock-on game. I don't think it was that complicated. With any of this stuff, if you like it, great. No one is looking to spoil your fun on any of this stuff.
16-bit mascot, thank you for the 5. Hello, Saucy Saturdays in chat. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Cheers. Cheers, 16-bit. Thank you so much. Andrew Matthews for £2. Women in a sundress is a gift from God. So I've
Yep.
been told.
Damn.
And
Okay.
I can't argue.
This is why
I mean,
it's more
comfortable.
horrendous that
I'm happy
women
about
don't
it.
wear
It's so-
sundresses.
It's so comfortable.
If you don't wear a sundress in the summer, maybe you should just be banned from being a woman. Just like, no, you're a man now.
If you don't wear a sundress, you're banned from womanhood.
Yeah.
Just
It's like,
Wow.
no, you're like, we will take away your marriage rights from you. Like there are so many days in a year that you have to wear a sundress for. This is the law.
That's why I
You
moved
can
to Florida.
behave or you will be made to behave.
Cranberry Langers for 15. Thank you. Yo, ladies and gents. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday,
Happy
Cranberry.
Saturday.
Thank you. Jason Webster for another Australian 5. Thank you. You never want deodorants or scents that say, for those you smell like an Enron or oil spill, sewage treatment plant, unleaded fuel, or off milk. I agree.
How on earth are English people so attracted porn? Like, serious. You've basically eradicated all of the positives.
Lucifer the Doberman for Canadian 2. I've only had one drink in 185 days. Hail being sober. That's awesome.
Hail.
Yeah. It is definitely, despite the fact that Ian is next, being sober is probably best. The Englishman and the Scotsman, despite the fact they probably disagree, agrees. I'm going to agree with Ian that you should be sober.
50 pounds. Thank you, Ian. I will forgive, but I will not forget.
Proper money.
Well, thank you for forgiving. I'm so sorry.
I will forgive, but I will not forget. I think that was probably when I said that he needed to be independent.
Oh no, I think this was the shot.
It was the
shot.
shot. When I said
Yeah.
for
Oh.
staccato, and he was like, just staccato? Really? We didn't say it like that.
In which
Sorry,
case,
Ian.
both of you deserve it because I've tried my best to please Ian, and he's still not pleased.
That's damn.
It's like,
I don't have
"Yeah,
the
look,
right parts.
I tried to appease the Scotsman, and it's like, no, that's not enough. I'm like, well,
Minor Zircon for 2. I have an apple. I have a pineapple. Apple pineapple.
Apple pen.
Oh.
oh yeah, what was?
Pen pineapple
from?
apple pen.
Yeah, I remember that. That was from years ago.
I have an apple. I have a pen.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
forget.
Apple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen.
That was a weird thing. After that, it became kind of common knowledge that over there, they don't know what English words mean, and so they will just sell T-shirts with English words on them, and it'll be like,
AP.
it'll be like, oh, and the people will wear them just generally. They have no idea what it means.
Pen
There
pineapple
was,
apple pen.
There was a couple of British comedians that went over there and they made a song about diarrhea, and nobody knew what it meant, and so it became #1 in Japan.
I love that. Yay, Japan.
Yeah, it's like, we just love English words. Yeah. The best. Oh, I'm gonna have to find out what he's called. I followed him recently. He's the Japanese ambassador to the UK. He is the best ambassador you could ever get. He finds Japanese people in England to be like, these people are amazing, but really what I love is English culture. And he just finds the most random thing to advertise.
Black King for 5 says this brew needs the Outlaw King scene where long sharks yell, "I'm so tired of Scotland" as a soundbite.
I am tired of Scotland. Can you just piss off and like finally become independent? Nobody wants you. You're like, oh, we just want to moan, but the last thing we want is to actually pay for our own taxes.
Staccato for another $99.99 says all night long.
All
Oh,
night
she's doing it again.
long,
There she
all
goes, straight from
night.
the bottle.
Oh no.
Oh, I felt that.
Oh, it's.
I
very-
didn't feel it until she went.
Ugh. Wasn't big
felt
enough.
I felt your pain.
Yeah, it was like an Elden Ring boss, that was.
Hey. Hurts on the
TJ,
inside.
I'm sorry. TJ for $9.99. You crazy wankers are insane, but I must say, Disparu, I remember chatting with you about Batwoman way back in your early days, and I love seeing how popular you've become. You're funny AF. Never miss your vids.
Nice.
When did I'm not normally known for talking about Batman. That's why I'm
No,
concerned.
Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Oh, Batwoman. Even then,
Batwoman.
that would be really early. Like, one of my first videos was a Batwoman review. And my review style was based on Az's Batwoman reviews. But I think I've only done one Batwoman video, and that was like one of my first. That would be really
TJ has stuck with
Early
you since
days.
the beginning. Thank you, TJ.
to show you how I tried to pour a shot with the top on.
Maybe he's got time for Disparu to go to bed. He's like, yeah, right. Time
I'm
for
trying
more.
to pour a Batwoman review shot.
Jason Webster for another Australian 5. Thank you, Jason. An ancient, terrifying, uncompromising force stalks Hollywood. The plague carrier, Blake Ferratu.
Like Ferratu.
Blake Ferratu.
I think that's the problem for me with that entire thing. It is like, why would Ryan Reynolds fall for some kind of manipulative twat?
Well, he was with ScarJo, but people said that like because she was like becoming bigger than him. She was I mean, to be fair, at the time he did
Not
Green Lantern.
now, though.
Well, no,
She
but
had
at
a
the ti-
trajectory, to be fair, at the time.
when they were together, he
Yeah,
did
but he
Green
should have
Lantern.
known that I was always going to
and
die
she
out.
did
Like, her trajectory was going
Avengers.
to die out when she was 26.
Yeah,
Like, his career could continue into his 50s. Like, he was always going to be bigger than her. And instead he chose Blake Lively that had a career that died out when she was 0. Like, she hasn't been a big success story since she was, actually a baby.
Iris has been a member for 3 months. Thank you. So X-Ray is still deciding, but has Disparu listed his celebrity crush? I guess mine would be Kim
Sarah
G1.
Well,
Definitely Google
no,
her.
because it depends what you mean by celebrity crush. So my original celebrity crush would have been Mila Jovovich or Kate Beckinsale. But then it transitioned into Sarah Shahi because Kate Beckinsale aged out. And now Sarah Shahi has aged out. And I don't think there's anyone can replace her because Hollywood no longer chooses attractive people to be, like, actresses. They just don't do it.
There's Iris's celebrity crush.
So, I don't really have a current celebrity crush because Hollywood won't allow men to find anyone attractive in Hollywood. You have
That's
to
fair.
find somebody in their late 30s or 40s attractive. It's like, well, what about the 20s, though?
John Thomas for 10. I watched a video about Keanu, not sure if it was AI or not, about him getting kicked off Kimmel's show for arguing with Kimmel. I lean towards AI because it was stills and narrated. Yeah, probably AI. I can't
Probably.
see Keanu just like arguing like that. I think, I don't know, he just doesn't have that vibe. He seems so chill. And if he had a problem, he probably would just like leave, not go to arguing. I don't know though. But yeah, especially if it was just stills and narrated, I would definitely lean towards AI as well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think he's too professional, to be honest. I also
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
what
he'd
I
care
mean.
that
He's
much
too
about Kimmel's opinion.
Yeah,
How
I think he's too
often does he go on
classy.
these shows that we have seen realistically too?
That's true. Justin Martin's for 5. I used to remember phone numbers before smartphones. Same.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I
saw- I
remember
remember
my
a
original
few.
phone number of when I was a kid at home.
Wow. Ian for 50 pounds. Thank you so much, Ian. If you trace the pattern of Disparu's hand waving, you'll reveal the map of El Dorado or to El Dorado.
Yeah,
Amaze
it's like,
balls.
I am actually the secret information to all of the Mummy trilogy. If you try, you have to translate the hidden signal.
Lucifer the Doberman for Canadian 5. As a DJ since 2007, the music has changed and got more complex with the electronic influence. There is innovation, but it is subtle.
Mm.
I was under the impression it got less complex.
With lyrics for sure.
Well, it's like everything got reduced to the same few hooks, and so people thought it was good because people are very easily manipulated by music. why it's emotional shorthand. You can use music for a really bad movie to make you feel something that the movie doesn't show, because we're really influenced by music. But once you work out what the core of that music is, you can replicate it anywhere, and that's what AI did. And so they replicated the same few hooks, the same few parts of music, and just repeated it everywhere. And so it kind of loses its ability to influence.
Hangry is angry for 10. I have never
Mhm.
seen this channel before. So awesome. New subscriber. Thank you. Still celebrating Wheel of Time being canceled. Have a great weekend.
Well,
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Yes. I have a
Love
video on Wheel of Time being cancelled. I also have reviews of the Wheel of Time. The first season, a lot of the second. My audio is awful, so sorry. I just know it is. But I agree. Yes. The greatest thing that ever happened to humanity was Amazon realized they were ass.
Jose Tacos, I remember for 10 months. Thank you so much, Jose. Netflix is having a tandem event. I think you'll
Ta-dam.
enjoy Tadum. It's not tandem, it is Tadum.
Ta-dam! Like the
Oh.
the Netflix noise. They tried to
Oh,
replicate
Tadum.
it,
I thought, okay, got it. I think you'll enjoy Del Toro Frankenstein trailer. Either that One Piece, it looks meh.
They
definitely check it
released
out.
a lot of stuff, like 6 minutes of Wednesday, a trailer for Stranger Things. So I've been like kind of combing Twitter throughout. Maybe next week we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Watch Devil's Plan season 2. It's really good.
TJ for $4.99. That's how long I've been watching your stuff, brother. Been there from the beginning, from your beginning. Awesome. Thank you, TJ.
It is surprising. Like, I went back and gathered clips from Wheel of Time season 1. I'm like, Jesus, how did anyone watch this at all? Like, the audio is so awful. Like, it's so clearly wrong. All the settings are off. It is way too compressed. The audio gate is all over the place. Like, how on earth did anyone watch this at all? It is kind of surprising when you go back and like, I have no idea how anyone suffered through this crap.
Well, it looks like we went over the time, but that's fine. We caught up on
Damn.
supers. Thank you guys so much. We will be back next week. What do you have going on, X-Ray?
Typical stuff tomorrow. Art in the morning, which I'm crocheting a blanket. Steph gave me the idea that I will crochet a blanket and sell it on eBay at base price, which is materials cost plus shipping. And if you want a
Make
blanket that I've made,
two.
you can buy that on eBay. But I'm still making it right now. And
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Make two.
make two.
There used to be, I think it's a really good tradition. There used to be a tradition that a mother would essentially crochet a blanket that she would pass down through the family, and each daughter would addition to the crocheted blanket. That always seems like a nice kind
Like
of way
squares.
to
I
pass
think
down
it's
the
cute.
lineage. Yeah. It's like it grows throughout the generations and everyone improves it as it goes along. The longer things are, I do think we've lost a lot of like what used to keep people together, essentially.
Just little things. And like this blanket, it's actually this is what I worked on within a week.
Oh wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
How many
So-
hours does that take?
I don't know. I've been just watching a lot of Mission Impossible movies recently, okay?
Just watch
No,
the
but
movie
even
crocheting.
that, like that is a big distance to get done. Even like in like 10. If you said that took me 10 hours, that would still be impressive.
No,
to
it's
me.
definitely more than 10 hours, but I love this blanket so far. I love the coloring, but as Steph says, sell it because you slept in it and you made it and it touched you. I was like, thanks,
Well,
Steph.
I agree with that, but I do think you'll reach a point, especially if you enjoy this kind of thing, where
I do.
yeah, so you'll get better at it, you'll get faster at it, and it won't take you 10 hours anymore. And I do think having like one that you sell and one that you keep, or more that you sell and one that you keep, will be nice.
Oh, absolutely. I have one that I made for like the last 4 months. I'm actually keeping that. I decided I'm keeping that because I made that originally to keep.
Yes.
And then these ones are just to, if you guys want it,
have
you guys
one
can
that
buy.
means something to you that you contribute to over time, and then yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So
And what
there you go. And
what do
Forbidden
you
Friendship.
have? Oh yeah, and Forbidden. Sorry. Forbidden Frontier. Do you have your? Oh yeah, you said the fun day and stuff. Are you doing that tomorrow? Or no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
What
that
about you,
going to be
just
Night
Drew?
Rain, or is that going to be something else?
I think it's gonna be Night Rain. I have a feeling because Kara's not gonna be able to be there because she has family over, so we have 3 people.
No, I think that's the best choice. I think it's going to be really fun.
He's like,
Yeah.
do it.
No, I have really enjoyed watching Az play Night Rain. So watching a team of 3 play it, I think it'll be really good.
What do you have coming up, Disbrew? I know a Doctor Who video's coming.
For me, it will be Doctor Who. I don't know whether I'm going to do a video in the middle of essentially the return of Billie Piper to Doctor Who, or whether to skip to the review. But the last episode that I saw was one of the most hilarious episodes of television I've ever seen. It is easily on par with the amount of ideology and stuff crammed into one episode of She-Hulk or Willow or anything else. So I'm really looking forward to reviewing it, and it's just a case of which comes first. And apart from that, it will be Elden Ring Night Rain, because everything I've seen of Az's playthrough is like in line with what I'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have, let's see, Wednesday. I actually might start Expedition 33 on Wednesday, and then it gets rolled on Thursday.
Nice.
Are you
But
gonna do the
also-
jump puzzles?
What, for Expedition 33?
There's
Yeah.
some pretty intense
haven't-
jump
There's
puzzles.
like only up jump puzzles in Exposition
it's
33.
it's pretty bad. There's
I've
one
seen
I
people
haven't
look
finished.
at the sky and it just goes up. I'm like, wow.
Well, I haven't watched much gameplay because I don't want to like get anything spoiled. Because like story wise, so I've just been like peeking in and seen a couple of X-Ray and Kara's streams. But also one thing I'll push before we end here is I actually got an affiliate code with this company that I really like. I actually reached out to them because
I like
love
how
their
me and
stuff.
X-Ray we did the same thing. We went, I've got an affiliate code, and we were like,
It's not with wine. It's a comfortable clothing brand. They have like loungewear sets. It's guys and girls. There's a couple, like they sell out kind of fast too. But I have a code. It's this link right here. Like if you clicked on this that I'm gonna send right now, it just immediately gets applied to your cart. But if you don't, it's Wicked 83745. I tried making it just Wicked Virtue, but I think maybe once I'm
you
with
need
them
to
for a
say the
while.
brand.
Oh, Comfy. It's Comfort is what it's called. But CMF.
What's the website?
Comfort.com. COMFRT. I put it in the I'll put it in the private chat for you guys too, but I put it in the chat.
Well, I would say the
in case
actual
you want to
chat.
see.
isn't-
Yeah. But this I posted this picture on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go on over there. But it's
Then seriously, what are you doing with your life? Like, imagine
what are
if
you
you'd
doing?
updated with Doctor Who information about how Cutie had destroyed his reputation with Billie Piper. Like, seriously.
but yeah, the stuff is really comfortable. I reached out to them and I got a code. I was like, yes, save money
Nice.
now because I like their stuff. It's so comfy. But some of it sells
Yes.
out kind of fast and I'm sad because there's a set that I want right now that's out of stock. But yeah, if you like to be comfortable, check it out.
Nice. Congrats.
Thanks. All right, that's it, guys. We will see you next week. Have a good night. Oh, go say hi to Vara. I'm sending you guys over to Vara. She's playing something.
Bye, everyone.
Something, presumably Elden Ring, I would imagine.
Actually,
Probably.
maybe.
I
Bye.
almost certainly.